fuck?
Hey now. Hey now.
That sounds dirty.
We're all doing flubber sounds.
All right. Well, here we go. Yet again. Yay, David! Woohoo!
David 313!
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Here we go.
You
Yet
hello.
again. Now, we have some most intriguing selections for this evening. And first up on the list is from good friend... Okay, I'm not saying that. First up on the list we have is Flat Earth hyphen What and How 1 in parentheses from our good friend Antonio, and we've decided to watch it nighttime instead of daytime. Is everyone?
That's just because you don't like chocolate cake.
I don't like chocolate cake. Very good.
Hi, Eet MeeL.
Very sexy, sexy, sexy.
Oh yeah, Eet said he may be tied up. He might not be able to make it in tonight, so we'll try and cover your level of sarcasm. But if you can jump in, by all means do. All right, on to Antonio. Okay, wait, that didn't sound right.
Oh man!
Shall we commence with Antonio's video?
Am I rubbing off on you?
Production. I hope not.
Let's get down with Antonio.
All right, here we are, getting down with it.
Oh.
Electricity and argon. Please pay attention to the shape of the bright area and note the dome-like bubble around it. Now let's see. The
drink.
world.
Okay.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. Okay.
How quick was that?
You have
Go
a response.
back that up to show that dome of light.
Backing up. There's your dome.
That is what you would get if the light source was under the earth.
All right. Now there's our first drink
It's a
for
hole in the table lit from underneath.
It's where the sun goes at night, honestly.
Oh, actually,
I wanted to do wong, 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 wong. It's got to have the proper sound effects.
absolutely. And I forgot to mention, everybody, welcome back Jonathan Evans, the Angry Welshman, who's been unable to attend due to other obligations for quite a while. And we shall be reaping the benefits of his anger this evening.
We are expecting a proper degree of anger from Mr. Evans so that your reputation shall not suffer, sir.
Hey, I warned you guys, don't make him
mad.
mad.
Time on the video.
Oh, this is a short one. Oh, Jesus, I just cursed.
No, I mean,
this, didn't
what was the first drink call time?
You called it at 8 seconds in.
Oh, we still didn't beat Eric.
Oh,
We had one at 0. The winner was 0, if you recall.
Which one was that?
Oh,
boy, just looked at the name of the
Callzter
title.
wants to know what the fuck happened to your live discussion on your channel.
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. Okay, I can see it. Hold on. Let me take a look. I don't want anything unfortunate going on. No, it looks like it's there. Seconds in. There we go. I will say hi. We will see if the hi shows up.
The
Well,
live thing
whatever.
seems to be working.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there. Okay. We will revisit that. If there are issues, we will either handle them or ignore them. One or the other. Okay. Back to Antonio. Here we go.
Bubble around it. Now let's see the real world. Notice the shape of the bright area and the blue dome around it. The bubble shape. Now this is magnetism, electricity, and neon.
The magnetic field of the sun is pulling on the field with the ionized field.
What? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's basically accurate.
I'd like to see what it does with argon.
What? see what it'll do with argon. It doesn't matter. What, oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, that's a neon bulb.
Well,
No, that's neon, not argon.
and he wants to see what it'll do with argon. I mean, well, anything you ionize, you'll be able to move with a magnetic field. That's what he wants to see.
Correct. It's all ionized.
It'll do this. That's there. Now you've seen it. You don't need
But it won't. But it won't create the light.
Notice the shape of the bright colored area.
That's because there's a gigantic neon bulb that's pushed around the Earth, and if you go to the secret base in Siberia, you can see the anode.
I've not seen this video, but I know what he's trying to get at already.
All right. Well,
that the sun is electrically charging the noble gases in the atmosphere and making them glow like a neon bulb.
Maybe. All right. Let's see if that's the case. Let's see if that's the case. And here we go.
So this is what magnetism does with neon. Notice the colours. Note how the colours go white at the very tip, orange, so white, orange, red.
Oh, okay.
And now we're looking at induction. This is an electromagnet creating a very strong magnetic field that is going in one single direction. It's literally creating a circuit.
Indeed. Oh, look at that backyard's back. Here we go.
To blue. Now let's see. White, orange, red to blue. White, orange, red, and blue. So we have the shape. We have the colors.
Oh no.
We have magnetism pulling neon. These images are from the Hawaiian Observatory. Now this is magnetism. These are the field lines of magnetism. This is basically what the shape magnetism
the shape of magnetism
when viewed with this kind of light. Now this is looking from above. Oh, and here's a representation.
Okay.
Not for what I'm seeing on the screen, but I gotta say, Pheno, he is making laser condoms. Clearly, he's a Sith pump. I thought you needed to know that.
All right, very good. All right. All right. Hey, look, Cal's in. Nice. Hi, Cal.
Yeah, I do want to say that when you were talking about the live stream, I wasn't talking about you, so I was talking about SciStrike.
Oh, all right, all right. I thought something had gotten
no. It was SciStrike.
Okay, cool, very good.
Drink.
Okay.
Okay. First of all, Callzter, blah. Anyway, so also magnetic fields. They don't go like that. They don't spin. They just kind of point towards magnetic north. They don't do this weird swirly whatever. They don't look like a lollipop. It just kind of goes towards the magnetic north.
Well, it does kind of look like a sphincter, and that's something Anthony was way too much about. especially at nighttime.
Hey, Hill, isn't this supposed to be a science channel? All right, here we go.
Allegedly, I so have heard.
there was talk. All right, moving on.
I've heard rumors.
Following those very same lines, the ones that go from the center out towards the right. That's only a depiction.
What the fuck is this?
For ease of explanation. Now,
this is Antonio Superats.
Laid on
no, this particular image. What the hell is it?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
He's got a magnetic film. He's got a magnetic film. It's not him doing it. He's stealing this video from somebody else who's actually demonstrating how magnetic ley lines work.
Oh.
They got a magnetic film. They got a magnet laying down on a table, and they're pushing or floating this above the table with their hand, obviously, and just looking at the magnetic patterns that show up on the film.
Oh, okay.
And he's trying to say that it's matching what's happening on the Earth. I mean, you can see right there the orientation of the magnet is north to south. It's actually facing with the north or the south end to the left and the other one to the right. Or is it the other way around? I might be 90 degrees off. Just leave me alone, I'm tired.
Okay.
but the magnet is oriented in a way to get that pattern. That's actually the center of the magnet.
Oh, while we're on the topic, I just ordered a heap of ferrofluid. So we're gonna be having some fun in some future videos.
Little liquid spiky going on.
Malcolm says that looks like they opened Jaren's mind and let the clouds escape.
they let all the crap flow out.
Indeed. All right, and here we go.
Notice how when he moves the ferrofluid away, the poles spread out, and this is now viewing the magnet from the side. If we took any of those cross sections and we could see them in the real world, this is what they would look like.
Okay, yeah, right. Drink. Curves in one image, curves in the other image. Must be the same thing.
All curves are alike.
Okay, what the fuck?
And this is a natural phenomenon. So notice how there's the sun, there's the sun dogs, here again, sun dogs.
Please.
And notice those rings, like with the magnetism here. Notice how those rings have a form. This is nighttime, this is Venus, and this
I was waiting for, and this is daytime.
Point of some of those magnetic fields.
Daytime, nighttime, sexy, 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 sexy.
So a crossover. See how there's curvature towards the
The
brightest
hell
point,
are we seeing?
which is in the center.
Dragonfly?
So again,
I think it's a fairy.
is the day, it's shape.
Contrail from a hood ornament?
Neon is the day, it's colors. Magnetism
Colors.
and
Pretty.
electricity, the radioactive element of electricity, so the static charge.
Whoa, stop.
Drink.
Wait, what?
Radioactive,
radioactive
electricity?
element of electricity.
I would like to note how slowly he's talking because he knows that his audience are dumb as rocks.
Well, he's got the slowest elevator music in the world going on.
I want him to explain what the hell a radioactive element of electricity is.
That is a little bit on the confusing side.
Does he know what radioactivity is caused by?
Does he even know what light
clearly
is?
Or electricity while we're at it.
It's an extremely active radio.
Oh my god.
Well,
This is common sense and science reasoning.
Didn't they used to say that sun dogs reflected off the dome?
Yes.
So now he's
And
suggesting,
especially so when the dog star is there.
Now they're apparently radioactive elements of electricity, so.
Indeed.
Well, I mean, the idea about sun dogs originally, that idea was pretty off the dome.
Where exactly do these radioactive elements of electricity fit on the periodic table?
They're right.
They only go there periodically.
Wait, I gotta go next to the element of surprise.
oh,
I was about to say.
I was going to say, if there's signs on the dome, then I'm guessing it's neon.
Indeed. Okay, so radioactive electric elements of electricity. Right, got it. Okay, moving on.
Gives us the sun. Notice the sundog in the chemtrail. It just so
Chemtrail
happens to be a chemtrail.
Just
It's
so
going
happens.
to display itself regardless of what's there.
They always go
Here
together.
we have another.
And dollars to donuts, they are 27 degrees away from the sun.
And here we have another. Now with these, you're seeing the sundogs, but you're not seeing the rings. With this one, you see the ring that goes from the sun out towards the sundogs.
Not for broadcast? What the hell is
First,
that?
it's not a ring, it's a halo.
Oh, looky there.
not for broadcast.
What the hell's that mean?
These rings, we might think or conceive of them as merely a visual phenomenon, but
Well, which
that's
they
not
are.
the case. What's happening is there's a field line
A field line,
that
okay.
manifests as this ring, pulling moisture to it.
Moisture? Okay.
So
Stop.
you see
Magnetism and moisture.
Magnetism and moisture do not mix. Diamagnetism. Water
It's shaken, not stirred.
Alrighty. This is I'm a little disturbed by this not for broadcast stuff, but anyway.
So
Baron tells
Oh,
us that the nucleon
wow.
power plant,
Oop,
they
that-
squeeze
wow,
the
that's the
electric
part that disturbed you.
uranium.
Okay, let's see if we can get some actual words audible. Backyard, I believe you had something to add as well?
Yes, I'm still laughing. Hold on a second.
Okay, we'll get back to you. All right. RJ, our friend RJ, you had something to add to this foolishness he's spouting?
Oh, I was just reading Baron at the Nucleon power plant. They squeezed electricity out of the uraniums.
Okay. Let's see. And who else was wedged into that kludge of talking? Hill.
I think I said something.
Okay. Do you want to reiterate your something?
Yeah, you said you were disturbed by the not for broadcasting. I said that's the part that disturbed you in this video? Really?
Excellent point. Well, I'm getting numbed by it.
That's the part that disturbed him.
Hillo, 2,000 net points.
Yes.
Well, I'm getting kind of numbed by the hippy dippy trance music in the background. It's kind of.
It's the slowest elevator music I've ever heard.
So it would seem.
I think I'm done laughing now.
All right. So you have something to add then?
I do.
Okay.
If he wants to discuss fields, would he like to discuss tensors?
Good luck with that. I'm guessing no.
Well, I'm out of the loop. So the only tensor I know about is Tensor's floating disk from D&D. So.
Well, to tell you the truth, Backyard, I'm still a little fuzzy on tensors. Anyway, basic concept, yes. Actual application, All right, moving on.
On which this is manifesting, it has been pulled there. Static charge can pull water. We know this. I also think it's very interesting how the colours display themselves with the oranges and reds pointing at the brightest spot.
Oh, Stephen knows where the tunes came from. Nice.
Bravo, Stephen. Bravo.
So this is a ring of moisture that has been pulled there by I call it a.
Oh my god! It's a fisheye lens.
Made for real fisheye.
Yeah, but it's quite funny. You can see the sundog there in front of the trees.
Yeah, never mind that.
Well, that's part of the electrical effect of the trees. We see this at Christmas when we plug our lights in.
That is true.
That's the radioactive element of electricity.
There we go.
Could very well be.
Big charge. I don't know what else to call it. But it's actually
How about something other than something that is not its name?
The moisture is ubiquitous in the sky, and that's just finding a ring to illuminate. Now this
hydrogen bomb
is
cloud.
The same kind of
that's a volcanic ash cloud.
Moisture at the top of this cloud.
And it's ejaculating.
Keep your eye on that sprite.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
I can't unsee it now. I can't. Oh.
See, okay. I was fine until that. Now, how am I gonna? We got to get on to the next scene because I can't see anything else on the screen now.
You see,
I'm bad.
I can't see nothing else.
I can't claw my eyes out fast enough.
I would say, why is it always the quiet ones? But no, I guess I can't say that. All right, here we go.
Wind. There's some kind of
At least it's a happy cloud.
Oh yeah, for a while.
Satisfied customer.
He's gonna have to go rest now, I guess.
Incorporate in that
He needs a cigarette.
And as this field is continuously moving, so does that sprite.
This is the first time I've been in quite some time, and we talk about ejaculating clouds. It's just,
oh my god! Welcome back.
Apparently, Antonio really missed you.
Difficult watching this.
I can totally see why he's playing this scene so long. It's got to be. He started it over.
So gone and back. All I've done is cut the footage because there was a big lull.
I think RJ nailed it and proved the whole daytime night time thing with this one clip that he keeps playing.
Could very well be.
So this is obviously following some pull. Something is coaxing that moisture.
Damn it!
It's love,
It's not
Antonio.
a
Follow it.
crazy
Oh my
funnel
God.
of air.
Oh god.
Heart's desire.
Coaxing the moisture.
Yeah, the perfectly aligned palm tree.
I think the music just makes it.
Here we have another one.
Oh, sorry.
This one's
It's,
more.
Da, 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 da.
Somewhere completely different.
Boom. Now that looks to me like when the neon was being pulled by the magnetism. Now I don't think that that's what's going on. I think that what's
It's a
pulling
cloud.
the water molecules here
Looks like
is some kind of static charge.
Oh god.
Oh man, I think we went completely off the rails because of this one.
A little bit.
Yeah. And this was the first
And
one.
as the field moves, the range where these things will manifest themselves also move.
God damn. This is the best word salad I've had all day.
The worst is yet to come.
Oh no.
Oh.
God.
You mean he's going to be
What I
using
think we're
sausages?
seeing with those sundogs is this same phenomenon, but in a circular form.
what are we looking at
See,
here
the
anyway?
magnetism
Who the
has
fuck
to have
knows?
a fallout of some kind.
We're looking
It
at
can't be
Antonio
just
fucking
magnetism.
super ass.
It has to interact with other things, and
enough.
interacting with things alters the qualities of those things, at least from being at complete rest to being agitated by the magnetism.
Whatever
And
he's
that
saying,
would
I
cause
want
a
it in
fallout
writing.
of some kind, because if nothing else is friction, so there would be some heat, maybe. The quality here is not so good, but it's the same thing.
Duh.
It's something that's obviously being controlled by a force that's not wind.
Okay.
It's not
wind force.
cucumbers either.
Notice it's flicked to the left. Now
Well,
it's
I mean,
tracing.
after
it's
he added
looking
that
away from us,
caveat, I
and
mean, we're just
moving,
doomed.
Scrolling towards the right, and then again it flips back to the left. Watch.
Oh, you need to get in better focus before you start throwing flips at us,
And
kid.
it does the same thing. It will trace its way very slowly towards the right.
Do a
And then
backflip.
again, and repeat, and it will do this until that range of field activity has moved on.
This was a carefully crafted
Where
script.
the day moves, and the day brings with it magnetism.
It sounds like he's not really reading off any
radiation.
script. He's just making up on the
This is
spot,
the best one.
which
Wouldn't it
is
be
likely.
Oh,
hilarious
dear.
if he actually were reading
Now,
this
this
off
just
of a script,
happens to have
complete with all of the
This at this time
Yeah.
of day where
Here we
the
go.
sun is causing this, I don't think that is that the illumination
Uh,
is caused by
the-
this field. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think it just so happens to be a specific time of day, an opportune. And here we see what seems to be like very obvious electric, magnetic influence.
Was it electric influence or magnetic influence? They're two separate items.
Oh, that's uranium. Where the hell is he filming this from? What is, there's an angle to the side. Is he filming this from a window? Is he filming it from an airplane? Is he
I don't think he's filming this at all. I think this is somebody else's production.
Yeah, this may
You know
be
what
another
that looks
snatched
like?
one.
You know what that looks like to me?
What?
It looks like Polaris.
Oh god.
Yes, it is Polaris.
That's very much an influence. And it
We're
looks
back to
me
this one
to
here.
be
He's only got like about
SciStrike, how much longer is this?
Oh,
Same
not
thing
much.
over and over again.
We got about 3 minutes of this foolishness left. We're making excellent time.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Well, at the rate the
He's only
elevator's
saying a
going,
word.
it's going to take us a while to get to the mezzanine.
God, he's saying
Well,
one
did you
word every
notice-
10 seconds.
Do you notice the benefit we've had so far is that he says something different so infrequently? Quite a few of the times we call drink, we don't really need to stop the video. We can just talk. So we're getting we're getting right through this. So here we go again.
So we have magnetism pulling water.
Oh my god.
Now, we watched
You
this
just
earlier,
paused
but
for
we'll
a
play
minute.
it
It's
again.
like, magnetism.
Again for Anthony because he's a retard. Magnetism does not pull water; it pushes it.
No. You don't understand perspective, Shawn.
And have you remembered what happens when you success the water?
Oh my! All right. Did I make a okay? And all right. And Angry Welshman, if you expect me to put that picture up on the screen, no, I don't think so. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. Sorry, it's just Sorry.
Did you draw a hand around that cloud?
Oh my god.
No. I'll just say this. He sent me a picture of, we'll just call it an anatomically accurate cloud that's very happy.
With a chemtrail coming up.
With a chemtrail.
Well, I would like to give a thumbs up for all the happy clouds out there.
Indeed. Well, let us hope.
They paid the extra $40.
All right. Oh no, not at all. It's just I'm trying to maintain our X rating. I don't want
Moving on.
What little dignity we have left.
Approaches. Notice the top of those clouds as they peak up towards the sky.
Yeah?
Something is pulling them. It's not some crazy funnel winds. Some force is pulling them up.
And just that,
Here comes
not
the
a big
day.
one.
Now, other than that, we have multiple suns. Now this, I would say, is when the angle between the observer and the player...
Backyard.
There's not multiple suns. You just don't know how to work a goddamn camera, you dingus. There's this cool thing called focus. It lets you go from there being 12 of the same looking objects to 6 to 3 to 1. And then you see it nice and crisp and clear.
No, you said 12 to 6 to 3 to 1. No, it's 12 to 6 to 3 to 1.5 because it halves every time.
Well, fucking shit.
To be serious about what he's showing,
yes,
it's not a focus issue. He's filming through double pane glass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll do it as
well. He's giving us a double pane.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, I got so used to the P900 truth detector being out of focus, I just kind of jumped on the focus issue.
Like it was chocolate cake.
Because
Yes,
if you actually go
we
back
are
a couple
on
frames,
Alpha
you'll see
Centauri
four
now. We have
nebulae.
multiple suns.
All right.
He's still an idiot, just not for the reason we initially thought.
Shawn, were you suggesting we go back a
He's
couple of
breaking
frames?
new grounds of idiocy.
He's on the frontier.
All right.
Well, no. If you went back a couple frames, you would actually see four Nibiru's all in a line.
Oh God!
Is that the
please
review
no
you give
Nibiru?
to for Nibiru's?
All right, we're down. Well, we got like 2.5 minutes left. How much
Ugh.
stupidity could he possibly? We'll see. Antonio's different. The stupid is evenly distributed through the whole video. It's not like when we do Jaren or somebody.
One big lump.
Yeah.
It's the homeopathy of stupid. It's extremely diluted.
Here we go. I don't know. It's pretty strong so far. Here we go.
Double strength
is this specifically perfect orientation to see this multiple iterations of the sun. Each of these iterations of the sun would be between an energy source that we don't understand, possibly.
Drink.
And
okay, you're up back.
Okay. Antonio Subarats is supposedly British, correct?
No, he's Spanish.
There you go.
He lives in he lives in England, but he's Spanish.
He's from Barcelona.
Okay, that's even less of an excuse to not know how in the fuck to speak the goddamn English language correctly.
Why can't the Spaniards learn how to speak?
All right.
Magnetism. The lines are the field lines of magnetism.
Show me the tensor math or get the frick off my screen, asshole.
There's another one. a distance away. There's
I
another
didn't take enough
further
Tylenol.
away, and so on.
I don't think there's enough Tylenol in the world to cover this guy.
And here we have a magnetic pulse of some kind.
Oh no.
Some kind of electromagnetic.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't that satellite data?
Yes, it is, and it's surface.
Oh my god!
It's surface
That's
temperature
satellite
readings.
data.
Yeah.
And it
And
looks
I'm
like
pretty
it's
sure it's a
surface.
Mercator map as well. Mercator map.
Yeah. So this
No,
is
it's balloon data.
a surface temperature map of magnetic magic woo. I guess that's what he's saying. Okay, cool. All right. All right, that works.
Hey, SciStrike,
Yes.
how many bottles do you think it would take to overdose on Tic Tacs?
I would say.
Well, that could be an interesting science experiment to perform.
I would say 3 Antonio videos.
Okay.
That's how many.
Yep, I'm there.
No,
I am
no,
there.
no. 1.5.
Oh, that's right, because.
Are you sure it's not 0.75 or 375 or 1875? 093?
I'm hitting play now.
Feel free to stop me whenever you want.
Just hit play. Just hit play.
That seems to head towards Brazil.
No, it heads toward Oceania.
Not either. It comes
Oh,
from
Fino, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the
Or
mountain valleys and coastal regions.
going
Get that
there.
straight.
There's an interaction that was picked up
What's
by
that?
these people
The pain from Spain sounds mainly
of
insane.
an energy type causing these phenomena. And this is just further evidence that there's things going on in the sky. Now this...
Alright, wait, let's see. He has this
Well,
kind
they're
of
just
blurry.
pictures on the screen.
I'm trying to read if it says what that
Moving
chart
colors.
is.
And you can see the blue tendrils of magnetic force
Indeed.
that are
moving
pulling
pic-
spaghettification
moving picture
of the
box.
strange atomic radioactive red that causes upwelling from the stuff that has a name that I can't quite figure out because I don't know.
And you can see the satellite data that was made when orbiting the round Earth.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't really go into that. Like, what is the source of this image?
Well, I tell you, the world looks flat and rectangular to me.
That's true. And although I do have to say, in all of my travels, I have never seen these large numbers on the world that seem to be printed around the edge. Perhaps they're behind the ice wall. Okay, here we go. And
Not just beyond the ice wall, but clearly this is the entire reason why Africa has been in such a state of civil war for so many years. There's a giant rift where suddenly you go from one side of the planet to the other without even knowing it. There's a
The
giant black
Ethiopians
hole in
have
Africa.
been fighting over 20 for years.
All right. Wow. 45 seconds left. This is great.
that you're seeing is a different interpretation. It's a couple of days later, a couple of days after what you were seeing earlier. Now notice the region that it's coming from. This is where the South Atlantic Magnetic Anomaly is, which is off the eastern coast of Brazil.
And clearly the data being represented is also not exactly contiguous.
I think the spectacular orange blobs that appear periodically that sweep across there are clearly the ejaculations from that South Magnetic Anomaly down by Brazil.
No wonder many flat earthers think that Antonio Cigarettes is a disinfo agent to make them look bad.
Yeah. It could be, but I'm out of words. Here we go. 15-second warning.
Could it be natural?
No.
It could. So, any thoughts? Any critique?
Strange
any
bug-eyed monster up on the Great Lakes that is about to attack Kansas.
Indeed.
RJ, with 9 seconds left. Come on.
We can only hope it's headed for Canada.
I thought it.
No.
But did I hear somebody call drink, by the way? Or was that just general discussion? Okay, good.
Nope.
Here we go. Last 9 seconds.
Please let me know. Thanks, guys.
You're an idiot.
All right. And that was
I like
it.
Is it done? All right. Well, I do want to say this. He asked, "Oh yeah, any thoughts?" There's not really going to be many thoughts in the comments section because these people can't even produce any coherent thoughts.
No,
so that's really it. No.
We've had no
Does he have
thoughts
a
so far.
point in this
This
video
guy's
anywhere?
making Karenism look sophisticated.
No, you never, no, because no.
This.
I'm guessing his point was magnetic and electrical radioactive. Okay, that's it. That's all I got out of this. Nothing.
Yeah. There's stuff going on.
Oh, sorry, Xenon.
Moving rainbow colors.
Yes,
that's what I got.
Anyone who understands this is a greater man than I.
How come none of the colours are going over the land? It looks like ocean currents or something to me.
It looks pretty to me. It looks lovely.
The only educational thing I got out of this video was Anthony has anthropomorphized clouds.
Yeah. Yep, most definitely.
In a very thick and twisted way.
Well, on that note, we got another gem for you tonight. And
how long is this next one?
The next one is also, let's see, very close to that. It is 15 minutes and 1 second.
It's funny, Antonio got that too.
I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
It almost sounds like they got a copyright strike where they can only upload videos of 15 minutes and they just managed to scratch by or something.
Could be. And I know what you're all thinking about this 15 minutes and 1 second is, wouldn't it save a lot of time if we just watched the 1 second as kind of a summary?
1 second part. Yes, but that's where they snuck in the information. It's a 15-minute wind up.
All right, this one is not brandy new. I think this one is from a couple of months ago. It is the sun illuminates locally. The earth is stationary. All in caps with 3 exclamation points following. So apparently,
we're already at a good start. This is a great start so far.
We already know that exclamation points are directly proportional to information content.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've always found on YouTube.
Indeed. And this is by someone who has never made an appearance on Movie Night before. This is from Subphotonic.
Oh, fucking shit. Seriously?
No, I'm watching the members.
So I'm not the only person here who actually knows who this guy is.
Apparently
I fucking hate this guy.
There we go.
Okay.
Subphotonic. Isn't that an old villain on the Batman TV series?
All right. Here comes Subphotonic. And gee, we forgot to issue our blanket apology to all. We are truly sorry for
it's too late now.
videos you're about to suffer.
The damage has been done.
Indeed. Hopefully people remember to close their eyes and perhaps earmuffs. All right.
And get some oven mitts.
Yes, yes indeed. Here comes Subphotonic.
Yo, here we go.
Can I just punch him in the face now?
Did you just say drink?
Okay.
Did you just say yo, here we go?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he does. He says it in every
Fucking
video.
hell. Jesus Christ.
And with
That
an
looks
opening
like a Nobel Prize winner, like, for next year.
with an opening like that, how could we
So,
what could go wrong, guys?
Is he the discount Adam Savage?
No, he's the reason why people say redheads have no soul. It's because of him that apparently redheads have no soul.
This explains it all. Alrighty. So, as we've already advanced to the 5-second mark, perhaps we should see what crap.
Still, when do I get to punch this motherfucker? I hate this guy. I absolutely hate this guy.
Oh, he puts me into a rage, I swear.
Okay.
So I do get angry.
Right there with you, Jonathan.
All right. Here we go.
You're not moving at all. You're not moving. Sun's coming at us, getting bigger. And the clouds are going by above us.
Sun's getting bigger.
So
Not getting bigger. Buy a telescope. Drink
Right.
before I punch myself.
Okay, go ahead, backyard.
The sun never gets any larger. Its angular size maintains one constant unit of measure from sunrise to mid-noon to sunset.
Wasn't it
If
like
you don't
31?
believe me, go buy a goddamn telescope. Go get a goddamn solar filter and look at the damn thing. I fucking hate this guy.
No. Listen. Those are all programmed images. You don't understand backyard science. You don't. All right, it's all
That's why I
programmed.
make my own
gotta-
telescopes. I don't program them with pre-programmed images. I just grind glass and
Here's the thing,
illuminize it.
You can't
Backyard,
be mind controlled either. I mean, also, you got to use your eyes because your eyes are not flawed in any way, shape, or form.
well, here's the thing, Backyard. Do you grind your own lenses?
Yeah, well, mirrors, yes. Lenses, I'm still working up towards.
So you're still buying your lenses.
Oh my!
I only have 2 refractors. Everything else is reflectors so far. As of which I see the exact same images, no matter what.
Well, you still have the eyepiece lens, correct?
Oh, that's true. They could sneak that
Oh, for
Illuminati
fuck's
crap.
sake! That's where they hit them.
That's where the CGI is all being done.
Absolutely.
So they put the computer chips in the goddamn eyepiece.
It's always somewhere.
How clever those penguins are.
That's some amazing microcircuitry.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to some of those scientists.
It uses subphotonic.
Why every time I hear his name, I think of a Blondie song that I want to do a parody of now. Damn you!
Looks to me like he was the stand-in for Dr. Lizardo in Buckaroo Banzai.
I just want to grab some baby powder and ask him what the 5 fingers say to the face.
Let's try and get through this.
Hey, don't hold back, Backyard. Tell us how you really feel.
All right, let us move on. And all right, here we go.
I'll tell you. Oh, the atmosphere is attached to the Earth.
Okay, Frank. No one claims the
What's
atmosphere.
not attached to it is a member of it.
Wait, why is Earth in quotes?
Yeah, Earth is in quotes.
Well, are you sure? He might just be
No
doing
matter
little,
what shape it is, it's called Earth, right?
He might be doing shadow things of like bunnies. We don't know. We don't know for sure. Give him the benefit of the doubt. He's doing bunny puppets.
Well, do your drink, because I got one right after that, probably.
Oh, you got okay, that was it. You're up.
Okay. This dude's never heard of the boundary layer.
Hmm.
Who all knows what the boundary layer is?
I can't see hands up.
Nobody knows what the boundary layer is.
I unmuted and said I. Hold on. Sorry, not hold on. Continue.
The boundary layer is when you have a solid object and then you have either a liquid or a gas that's next to it, and the solid object starts to move. The boundary layer will actually cause friction in the liquid or gas layer above it. This is what happens all over the Earth. And just that little boundary layer being dragged along over time will cause the rest of the atmosphere, because of friction with itself, to catch up with it.
Sean, I just googled boundary layer. I just googled boundary layer, Sean, and the first thing that came up was a NASA logo. So immediately, it's a hoax.
It is okay.
All right?
Okay, you can test the boundary layer yourself. Get yourself a bucket of water. Get something that you can use as a turntable and slowly start to turn it. Eventually, all of the water will be matching the speed of the rotation.
Also, while you spin it, make sure to always
careful what you say there, Sean. You might be impeding on somebody else's idea for a science experiment that they wanted to potentially publish soon.
All right, we'll call it a spoiler.
It's been known for years, centuries.
But has the proper interferometer been made and has the proper mechanism been placed above as opposed to beneath?
Oh, geez.
All right. On that note, we shall continue.
I didn't know that there was somebody making a new scientific study on the boundary layer because it's a well-documented thing.
You spin me right round.
Boundary
layer round.
Oh, Sean, you should remember this one. You're on the Backyard Science page. You even asked me about it.
I did?
A modified Cavendish?
Well, you didn't give me an answer about anything with dealing with the boundary layer.
That's because I'm still working on figuring out how to actually build the interferometer necessary to measure what it is I'm expecting.
I
thought I could use a laser. God. I'm not getting into it. Never mind.
Okay.
Keep going.
We eagerly await your demonstration. How's that, Backyard?
Yes.
I thought I could use a laser Doppler vibrometer. I cannot use a laser Doppler vibrometer. I really thought that I could, but I'm not able to. It doesn't work that way. I have to come up with some other mechanism similar to that. And eventually I'll figure it out.
I have no doubt but that you will. And on that note, I suggest we listen to this moron speaking in this video. Here we go.
Look at these clouds. Look, they're flying by. They're spinning by us, if you will. Clouds are moving. We're not. Sun's coming at us. It gets bigger.
No.
Okay. No. You want it to get bigger? Wait a couple 100 million years, and you'll see bigger.
I was going to do an Antonia joke, but I'm going to pass.
Oh no. Daytime, nighttime.
No, you just gotta draw a big hand around it and stroke a little bit.
Okay, this is. Anyone with small children, please send them into the other room. This is obviously taking a
hold on. Will your lasers be mounted to sharks? If I'm able to figure out how to tame the sharks, hell yes.
Well, if they're tame,
No.
That doesn't sound threatening.
You can't use lasers, so you have to use lasers.
Ah, that's correct.
That is correct.
Right.
My apologies.
Don't forget the touch of perspective.
Freaking laser beams.
What about parallax? There we go.
Watch.
No
buildings are tilting.
Oh, for God.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Angry Welshman, you have a comment?
Can I have this one?
Sure, you.
No one said drink yet.
All right. Well, first of all, drink. You're not going to see buildings tilting because the Earth is fucking huge. All right. You're only going to see 1 degree of tilt every 111 kilometers, or 69 miles, or 70 miles. So, what are you on about, mate? The Earth is massive. How big do you think the Earth is?
It's like when everybody asks, didn't like journalists years ago ask like for NASA to take pictures of buildings upside down and cars traveling upside down?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, well, even if they did, you just grab a picture and, I don't know, turn it upside down. I fucking can't.
Well, not only that, it tilts away. It doesn't tilt to the fucking side. Why would it tilt to the goddamn side?
Oh, it depends on your field of view. If you had a sufficient field of view.
But it's 1 degree and it's very slight, even at 100 kilometers. It's incredibly so. 1 degree is very difficult to see. It's ridiculous.
I've actually challenged every flat earther that makes the whole tilting claim to get a pencil, put it across a 20-foot living room, and tilt the pencil away from you by 1 degree and see if you can tell. Not one has ever made a video responding to that.
Surprisingly enough.
Well, it's the same thing. It's Shawn, you bring up an absolutely great point because it's the exact same thing with the horizon being at eye level. When you're dealing with, let's say you are smack dab in the middle of the Pacific Ocean sitting on a rescue raft and you're screwed. You can see about 3 miles. That distance and the amount of elevation gain or loss due to the tilt of your head and the tilt of your eyeballs, you're dealing with hundredths of a degree.
Yeah,
indeed.
And so let's have one of these flat earthers say it's at eye level, and then grab, let's say, a precision measuring tool like a
theodolite,
a Class X gauge pin. Oh no, something you can touch and feel and hold in your hand. Let's say a Class X gauge pin that's 14 millimeters in diameter. So that's 14 millimeters plus or minus 1/1000th of a millimeter in diameter. And then let's have them hold a 14.01 Class X gauge pin. Same tolerance zone, 1/10th of a millimeter larger. Will they be able to know which freaking one is which one or not?
Basically, it's all about scale.
No, they won't.
Indeed.
You won't be able to damn well tell. That's not something that our senses are capable of recognizing. It's too... the tolerance zone is too tight. You can't actually tell that difference with touch, feel, smell, sight. It's too tight of a tolerance.
Hey, I smell curvature all the time.
And it's not even that. It's not even limited to just the tolerance. Our senses are not. They evolved for a specific purpose, and vision being basically our primary one, locks onto a target, and the little balance centers in our ears and all that are not sufficiently. They don't have the graduations necessary to tell us if we're off by even 5 degrees. When your eyes lock onto the horizon, you go, huh, I don't think I moved my head. There it is, eye level, goddammit. So, and one more thing, Jonathan, just an aside, do you remember the old days when you once apologized to the group for using the word heck?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, how things have changed with exposure to these lunatics, huh?
Yeah. These people invented me, I swear. I didn't exist before Flat Earth came along.
Well, no, you were not angry. You were a happy dude. Then all of this came. That's it, Angry Welshman.
Wasn't one of your first movies about this D-bag?
Yeah, because they were. I found them. Well, most of my videos were quite boring, so I decided to do this because it got me really angry and riled up most of the time.
I don't think they're boring.
But, yeah, well, they're getting better, I suppose.
Well, we did just go through an Antonio video. Don't give me they're not boring crap.
Fair enough.
All right, here we go.
At all directions, from wherever we look, everything should be curving down. Everywhere you look, it has to curve down.
No.
8 inches.
No.
Just no.
Not even close. No.
The Earth is flat.
All right, we don't actually stop the video unless someone says drink. If you just want to like that, respond to them in line, that's cool. But if you need,
I was literally just saying no.
Oh, that's cool. But I'm just saying if you need the video to be stopped, just make sure you throw drink in. But this was fine. And yes.
I do want to like just take this for a moment about what he says about the Earth curving down if we lived on a sphere. The horizon is a disc around you. It's like a circle around you. It does curve down, but the Earth is huge. The Earth is fucking huge. The Earth is massive. He thinks that it's like tiny. If you get like enough Earth radii away from the Earth, you'll be able to see that yes, your horizon curves down, and then you see an entire hemisphere of the Earth, right? But that's only several Earth radii. You're only like 6 feet above the Earth's surface. It does curve down, but it's so slight. It's basically nothing. You may as well just call your local horizon flat. It may as well just be flat. That's how big the Earth is.
So would your local horizon be using the logo? Can you see me now?
Who's raiding their weapons drawer right now? What's going on?
I probably should be saying local horizon. Maybe just your basic sort of like circle around you is tiny. Is a tiny little slice compared to the huge globe that is the Earth. It's a tiny little slice. That's just how horizons work.
I think Backyard is looking for some kind of bludgeoning weapon.
Oh no, he's gonna kill another.
I'm just looking for an extension cord so I can plug in.
Yeah, sure thing. That's what they all say.
I was
actually going to bring up though with the horizon, and it just makes the curvizon that much more funny. I've brought it up before. If anyone remembers the actual etymology, yeah, the horizon comes from Greek for boundary circle.
Not horizontal line.
Not horizontal line, not horizontal. It has absolutely nothing to do with the English word horizontal. It has to do with boundary circle.
Aha.
Backyard, are you going to use that extension cord to hang yourself?
That's what I was hoping was not going to happen.
No, we're going to watch him appear behind Subphotonic now and then kill him.
No, see, what he's doing is he's getting the extension cord so he can get his toaster to the bathtub.
All right. Back to our friend here.
There it is right there.
Drink.
Okay.
This map is... the map he has right now on screen is shit.
That's it?
I think okay. We've established that.
Yeah.
I know that this map is shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to welcome
everyone. Yeah, right now, everyone in Australia everyone in South America and everyone in North America has an excellent view of. I think that's supposed to be the sun.
Yeah. Yes, we do. And 24 hours a day we do. Yep.
Yep.
Midnight sun everywhere.
Pretty
okay.
shit.
So
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason why I was able to film 2665 the other night.
Hmm.
Bring up this map is like there's always a map of the Gleason's map in the background, and they call it the Flat Earth map.
Okay, we need to pause because Stephen Bauman's gonna like go get a cigarette, so we have to stop for him.
Okay. All right.
So the other day I was testing out my solar filter, and like before I even heard about 2665 being a potentially problematic sunspot system, I did actually wind up filming it totally by accident, testing the new solar filter. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
I would say.
Yeah, it was totally random. I had no idea that it was the system it was. It just kind of popped out. You know, it's a little weird getting used to adjusting a telescope to look at the sun, since you can't use a spotting scope and you can't just look at where you're pointing anything because, you know, you go blind and all.
Well, if you want to thin down the numbers of Flat Earth, to tell them to point a telescope directly at the sun.
Quickly asked, what's the half-life of stupid? We haven't figured that out yet because the time frame is just too widely spaced.
Indeed.
Well, I thought the half-life of stupid was Antonio.
No, the half-life is stupid. It depends on what type of measurement you use.
Well, the thing about stupid is it's a very interesting.
That's a Vonnie.
It's a very interesting radioactive. It's a very interesting radioactive thing, because usually if you have something with a very long half-life, it means that it's not actually too dangerous because it lets out all its radiation over a very long period of time. But stupid is very interesting because it both has an extremely long half-life, but also gives off a ton of radiation.
All right,
as well.
So we
that's
can
just because
one of it is
so
one
we
of the
have to
most
assume
dangerous things known to man.
That is because it is the most dense thing we ever found.
It is very dense.
Plus, we have to assume it's being resupplied from somewhere.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. The only reason why flat earthers don't, float is because their stupidity is so dense.
Sorry, please continue. Please
we are,
over with.
Well, I don't understand. We've got a 15-minute video, and we've made it a whole minute in.
Oh my god.
We're not going to survive this one.
There we go.
That's how it does it. The story of the hare and the rabbit come from the sun and the moon.
What I'm sorry.
Fuck?
What
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
What is the story of the hare and the rabbit, by the way? Anybody know? I have not.
It's the story of the
don't
the
get
rabbit
greedy and give up at the last minute because you think you already won.
I can just tell the story quickly if anyone doesn't know.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so the hare and the rabbit, the rabbit challenges
wait, it's the rabbit. No, it's not the rabbit and the hare. That's the same thing.
Sorry, the rabbit and the turtle, or hare and rabbit, whatever. Rabbit, turtle, hare, tortoise, whatever. Okay, rabbit and turtle. So the rabbit.
Yeah, we got that one.
The turtle.
Cal, that was the joke because he called it the hare and the rabbit.
Indeed.
Okay, well, anyway, the rabbit and the tortoise, right?
We all know the story. We all know the story.
Oh, okay.
I thought he said
rabbit and turtle.
I'm playing drink on Callzter for that one.
Okay, sure, yeah, but I've already said turtle, so I'm sorry.
We're good. But, all right. Okay, we've got the story of
that is proof positive that stupid can spread.
The rabbit and the hare. Cal's been infected. Oh my!
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Flashlight in the sky illuminates the sea.
If he starts sneezing, everyone needs to back away.
No, that was a misunderstanding. I thought I heard turtle. Okay.
Oh yeah, well sure. That's what you'd logically assume hearing "and the hare," or you would assume tortoise, but no, that's not what he said. He's
and the subphotons from subphotonics light bulb in the sky rains down next to the Clydon beams.
Oh, right. I'm
pretty sure if there's anything going on with this guy in photons, it's that whole conversion of multiple photons into an axion.
All right, considering an advanced 6 seconds, I'm hitting play. Here we go.
Tachyon.
Wait, sorry, 1 second.
What?
So I want to know, in this analogy, at what point does the sun just give up because it's really cocky?
I will once again hit play.
That is the correct response.
Above the Earth. Sun and the moon circling above the Earth. And
why?
So we're,
why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, and what's holding it there? And because objects don't like to move in curves, they're just not very fond of that. And where is the moon in this? He's talking about the sun and the moon moving over the Earth. Where the hell's the moon?
And
well, it's clearly hidden by Anubis.
The moon? No, the moon is a hologram. Hologram.
Oh shit, that's right. All right, who dropped the ball and forgot to turn on the moon hologram? Okay. Obviously, the red-headed bastard needs the moon hologram on.
So this guy is an avid believer in, what was it, Haruru and K2.
Fuck. Tartary?
It's what causes the eclipses and all that kind of jazz.
Oh, okay.
The anti-moon thing.
Don't they try and stretch that into the phases of the moon as well? Which makes absolutely no sense because you can't put an object in front of it and generate the crescents. But anyway, I can't believe I just said one of their arguments makes no sense. I actually bothered to say that. That's a little scary. All right, here we go.
And the sun is faster out here. And then it slows down in our summer and gets higher.
What causes it to speed up and slow down?
Subphotonic.
It speeds up, slows down.
Also, why don't we...
You know, that pesky inertia thing just keeps getting in the damn way of it just choosing to speed up and slow down at its own will.
Indeed.
Yeah,
it's a mass that's in motion. It's kind of it kind of has to abide by certain principles that we have come to recognize as
reality. Reality, you mean? Okay.
Yeah,
Cal,
that thing.
Cal, I think you wanted to comment on this as well.
Oh yeah. Why don't we see if it does speed up and slow down depending on the season? Why don't we see it speed up and slow down depending on the season? Why don't we see that? We don't see that.
Now, what are you going to depend on? Your own observations or his little flashlight in the sky?
It's a tough choice.
Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. No, I take that back. No. His little diagram.
Absolutely.
His flashlight.
I would say. I remind you. I remind you that there were exclamation points in the title of this video. So I mean, this has to be truth. All right, here we go.
Now here it gets lower because it's so fast. It needs to be lower to give them that heat they need. So
what? It's so fast. It needs to be lower. You know. There's no response for stupidity like that. Why?
Well, Sun's very considerate like that. You know, it's speeding up, so he doesn't want the Aussies to all freeze to death. You know, when it's raining spiders from the sky or whatever that happens. so this is like. Hey,
no. We know about that. No. We Aussies know about spiders.
The sun doesn't like spiders either, so it wants to come down and just torch the fuckers.
Lovely.
No, we know about that. We know about spiders falling from the sky. It's not fun. We have to clean them up afterwards. We have showers of tarantulas. It's very fuzzy, but not adorable in any way.
Callzter, stop reminding me to nuke Australia when I get around to it.
No. Because you probably do because actually, no, never mind. I was about to say something.
Emma May wants to know, what does the sun look like from the side? Oh, that's a good question.
Bright.
Don't.
I'm guessing it looks the same from one side to the next. Next.
It's a little bright, shiny thing. It goes down. It doesn't go anywhere else.
Should we call this show the off-topic show? Because this is pretty much.
It could very well be, but it's a valid question.
According to the flat earthers, if it's a giant spotlight, then obviously from one side to the next, to the next, to the next, it's always going to look like one of those construction lamps that you see, or maybe a stadium field light, or it's going to be a light bulb shroud hung from a wire. It's going to look the same from every side.
Well, that's one theory. Word deliberately misused. But another valid one, I think, backyard. I mean, let's not make it that's the only theory. Is it could be a large cylinder with the word Duracell written along the side. I mean, that's also a possibility, and it is just as valid. Damn it. Okay.
But if it just keeps on going, then it's got to be Energizer because it just keeps going.
Good point.
See, that's the hair. See, that's the hair in this analogy.
Oh, well, it all comes together.
There is a way to kill the Energizer Bunny.
Yes.
You put his
Take the battery out of his back?
No, you put the battery in backwards, and he keeps
Holy
coming and coming
shit!
and
Well,
coming.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's enough of that. Here we go.
It's like that joke guy here's just like, what was it, like God said let there be light, and then it's sponsored by PowerGen.
Continue, Si.
Oh yeah, and I can't believe I said, "Oh, don't worry, this is a short one." Ooh, yeah, right. Here we go.
And this is where you get it's faster here, beating the tortoise. But at the equator, it starts to slow down, and then the tortoise
Yeah, we don't
catches
see
up at
that.
the Tropic of Cancer and wins the race to there. Because in the summer for Australia, the sun is faster than the moon, and by the time it gets in here to Tropic of Cancer for the summer of us, it slows down. Much higher.
We don't see that.
No, you don't. And he has yet to explain what makes this invisible string that holds the sun and the moon, for that matter, to the central point. Now, in addition to us having to believe in an invisible string that keeps the sun and the moon moving in a circle, now we're expected to believe that this string gets longer and shorter with the seasons.
It's Mr. Space Hammer
I
Man.
just want to know, with the little laser pointer that he shines around next to the little sun, where's the cat?
Oh yeah.
Goes down.
Cats would have knocked everything off it by now. And I also do want to note that pause the video aside, just so I don't miss any of the bullshit.
Yep.
I do want to note about how his previous diagram of the sun spotlight. A sun, when you have like a torch, right? It has like a sort of spherical sort of light, and it gets dimmer and dimmer the further you get away from it. It's not sudden, like on the flat Earth sun spotlight. It's not like a sudden light, suddenly it just goes straight to dark. No, it's gradual, right? There's different like layers. It's like penumbra or umbra. It's kind of like that, right?
Now, you're not expecting him to pay attention to optics too, are you?
I'm just saying it's gradual, right? It doesn't suddenly drop off to zero.
Yeah, like an onion.
Very gradual.
Well, that's where the cat is. The cat's causing the shadow.
The subphotons move faster at the edge than in the middle, and that's why it's brighter. See? Science explains everything.
Oh my God, RJ, did you just break causality with cats, penguins, and spotlights?
Yep.
Well,
we got a
shit.
trifecta.
All right.
Now look at that. You see that right there? That's a hologram. This is fake.
What?
I don't know why y'all don't see that.
Because there's no evidence for that, maybe. Maybe that's why.
The sun is
Wait, is he calling their famous dog cam video a hologram and a fake?
Yes.
I'm wondering
That's awesome.
who is the hologram.
We have flat earthers versus flat earthers. This is awesome. Fucking awesome. Civil War.
Now watch the sun come at us and get bigger as it gets closer and smaller as it goes away.
Does anybody want to talk about glare, or have we covered that enough?
With that's been covered to death. Like
Yeah.
I'll just say a collective
at this
brain for
point-
anyone who's actually done the observation.
Yeah.
At this point, I've got to ask, how old is this video?
This one was from a little ways back. I believe it was about 4 months ago, maybe. Something like that.
Still.
Or the 4th century, if we're looking at its science.
Could be.
I did my observation in April of last year. Reds did his like a month later.
Yeah, I remember those.
Wolfie's done his within the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he still going on about something that's been disproven to hell and high water?
But it's like that Russian vids video.
No, because not all flat earthers know about you, Wolfie, and Red. They just don't. It's sort of like some flat earthers may know about. There's like sort of different conflicts going on between different flat earthers and different globers or whatever.
Actually,
whatever they want to call
them. This is perfectly demonstrating why flat Earth is so difficult to debunk. And it's not because the information in it is difficult. I mean, it's very easy to show that the Earth is not flat. The problem is flat Earthers never recognize any of it. I mean, like you said, Shawn, like tons of people, including myself, have done this observation, and they just don't care. They just do not care. They just don't care about reality.
Every time you see that kind of video with this sort of thing that's going on with the glare, the next to the ground's always got a lot of moisture or anything at that level, but they seem to ignore that sort of shit.
Conveniently.
Which makes it do that. But,
Indeed.
oh no, never mind.
Well, they not only ignore it, but they ignore the very, very simple fact that all you have to do is go and get some Vader film, put it in front of whatever it is that you're viewing, including your own eyes.
It's like the
The
Russian
exact angular size of the sun every single time. You'll be able to measure it. You'll be able to look at sunspots. You'll be able to do a lot of amazing stuff. Vader film's awesome. And you can do it from sunup to sundown. You can do it at mid-noon. You can look like a total crazy ass in the middle of a park holding a sheet of Vader film in front of your face staring at the sun. You'll actually look more sane doing that than you will walking around telling people the Earth is flat.
Is it possible that Subphotonic attempted to do an experiment where he stared at the sun a little too long and we're seeing the after effects?
Is that what happens when you look at the sun too long without a solar filter? You turn into a devilish redhead?
Yeah, that'll do it. Yes, this is science.
The only trouble is now, Subphotonic's mental state's into question because he now thinks that, he fervently believes in the no forests on Earth thing. And he thinks that
oh God, I thought that was dead.
That's still a thing?
Well, to him, I think it is anyway.
Oh, that's frightening.
He also thinks that all mountains and things used to be ancient giants that are now dead.
Oh, okay then.
Oh God, I think we're done with him now.
Well, at least we're sticking to. At least he sticks to science. All right, I'm hitting play.
I'm going more for my Dr.
Proving
Lizardo
locality
stand-in.
would never change sizes. It's all perspective. Clouds above us are moving. We're not moving. Okay?
Right. Okay, yeah, right. Clouds move. I've seen that.
Clouds are moving. So we're not spinning. See, if we were spinning, the clouds would never do that because they say the atmosphere is attached to the Earth.
No.
Wind.
Wind, dumb shit.
Wind. Fucking wind.
Okay.
This is kind of similar to the Fernie Boy 100 guy with Cool Hard Logic.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of similar to that. Like, oh yeah, clouds would stay above fixed points on Earth, but we can clearly see that they stay anything above fixed points on Earth. And it's like, ever heard of wind? Wind. It's like.
And the rare moment of Cool Hard Logic laugh.
He's repeating arguments from Fernie Boy, for fuck's sake.
Well, obviously he's never been out of his mom's basement, or he would know what wind was.
That was like fucking. How many years ago was that? How many years ago was Fernie Boy?
2, 3. I'm not sure.
No, that was like late 2012 or something, or like early 2013. That was 4 years ago. God, this is outdated. This is so outdated.
Like the one that I'm not even the one that's getting angry here at the moment.
It's almost like a creationist video. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Jonathan, where's your anger? Why are you holding up your end?
I think he's letting the rest of us be angry for him for once.
I just think somebody's an angry drunk.
You have to change his name to mildly perturbed Welshman.
All right.
Which is why when I do most of my videos, I am drunk.
Here goes the sun. She'd be coming around the mountain when she comes. There it goes. And there it goes.
Fucking hell.
Why doesn't this drawing match his previous drawing? His little animation over here does not match the previous one. Now it's half the Earth's surface.
Because he uses the famous Schrodinger's sun that can be two states simultaneously, none of which being real.
And apparently.
Also,
so what you're telling me is that he's already dead.
It also has the magical ability of being at multiple altitude angles at the same time in order to get the results we get. It has to be multiple altitudes at the same time to be multiple altitude angles at the same time, so that we get the illusion of a spherical Earth.
Start using science.
There's been talk of a magic lampshade of some sort.
I see what the problem is. He has realized how to bring uncertainty principles into flat Earth.
You know what he hasn't realized?
If I can't be there to slap him, then I won't remember whether or not I actually slapped him or not.
I do also want to note, if people can say that there are no forests on the flat Earth, I can say that there's no intelligence on the flat Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, Schrodinger's slap.
Approved. Here we go.
There it goes.
Wait 1 second.
Okay, waiting,
Do
Hill.
you know what he hasn't realized yet? He's covering up his text with his face.
Yes, he is.
That is because it is not his text.
That is a level. of incompetence.
He's stealing videos from everybody else and passing it off as his own.
Well, most of his videos are just him looking at memes. He's just grabbed off Google. So
yeah.
Do you have any kind of?
Well, I don't know. I'm impressed to learn that the pective produces the gut of a flat Earth sun. I think that's some insights.
Okay, and there's a number I would like to. Well, not a number. There's a quantity. No. All right. There's a percentage I would like to tell you all. That percentage is 20. Guess what that percentage represents?
How much we've actually made it through the video?
Yes. Here we go.
Honestly, I'm surprised we're more than 2 minutes in.
Working on that pectives of the G of a flat Earth sun. I think I'm starting to get insights here now.
This is like Browning automatic rifle level stupidity. It's coming like really, really fast.
It's what happens when you put a bunch of BBs in a blender and leave the lid off.
And I mean, I don't mean the magazine kind. I mean the belt feed kind, because there seems to be no end to it. All right, here we go.
And there it goes.
Yeah, indeed.
You could follow this thing. If you could go fast enough, you could follow the sun, and it would never be dark for you.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the same on the globe as well.
That's true, pretty much.
See, it's supposed to be like this.
But
that's
scale, dude. Scale.
Yeah, that looked like a Jeranism drawing.
You know what? I gotta drink real quick, just for the sake of it.
Okay.
I've got to laugh at how many times when we do sit down and we have movie nights and we do these things, and 7 or 8 of us at the same time, or sometimes 1 or 2 of us, or maybe sometimes an echo of one of us, all says drink for the same reason at the same time, involving the exact same thing, as opposed to when you watch a bunch of flat-tards get together in like a Jeranism hangout, they can't even quantify a sentence in enough time for someone to have realized that they're all dumbasses.
Okay. I see you.
We all said, I mean, how many of us just sat down and said, scale?
Yeah, as far as I could tell.
And the density of a succust group of flat earthers is less than the Avogadro of the square root of the parallax of the penguin.
See, now it makes sense to me.
If you understand the mathematics of it, it's completely clear.
Quite true. And Backyard, I will have to agree with you on your point, because I'm watching the little volume levels of everybody coming in, and everybody that was not muted spiked. At the time we said,
and we were all saying the same thing. It happens multiple times.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
For months and months on end, we'll always wind up going dumbass at the same time.
Pretty much. And oh, by the way,
and it's not because our Nash's shill checks all just arrived, because it's Friday, and obviously Nash's shill checks arrive on Friday.
Check.
And the answers are all printed on the other side of the check, of course.
RJ is working on his own variant of spirit science. Yes, it is omni non-directionalism.
I do like to note that when a flat earther goes too far down the stupid hole, other flat earthers immediately say that they're disinfo ancient to make them look bad. Because even when a flat earther gets too dumb for the flat earthers, you know, they immediately oh no, he's making us look dumb, you know. Even for flat earthers.
Oh, and thanks for bringing up the stupid hole. Is that not one of the other most hilarious parts, where it's always deep down the rabbit hole?
Oh, indeed.
Okay, why are you using the rabbit hole? Obviously, it's a reference to a freaking bullshit little tale of a little girl's actually a grown-ass adult remembering her childhood's little imagination. So you're actually saying, let's go deep down into the imaginary fairy tale world, that I'm going to use a novel as the reason for going into the world of imagination.
Something like that.
Well,
you have to do 3 impossible things before breakfast.
Okay, just a second, guys. I'm going to try an experiment here.
Okay.
I'm going to go downstairs, make some food, and come back upstairs and see if the video has progressed any further.
All right. All right. Just remember, you left at 3:22. Okay.
And the Dr. Lizardo stand-in is up in the left-hand corner. Remember that.
Oh, like that's going to change. Anybody fantasizing about him just going away, good luck. Good luck to you on that one. All right.
No, but I am starting to wonder if there's a means of measuring the Lorentz space between his frickin' synapses.
It's the square root of pi over parallax.
And on that note, here we go.
That's not what we get. The horizon would be like this. From here to here. From here.
Yes, at a very high altitude
to here.
and a good
See,
field of view. But you know what? We are tiny compared to the Earth, and we're so close to it.
Because this was a video that says we do not observe this. Well, yeah, we're not 240 miles high.
Well, maybe after he finishes his day down in the bong shop, he feels that high.
Let me guess, this guy actually is hiding out in Colorado with the rest of the stoned-ass flat earth crowd.
Could be. All right. We do not observe this for a very good reason.
How it should look. But this is a cartoon. But when we look at it, look what we get. Look what we get when we look at it. Damn it, man. It's a cool animation.
Yep, that would be the Soyuz.
Wow. They depict entire horizon fading evenly.
Entire horizon fading.
Look at the model next to it. What
now
the
watch
fuck?
what happens.
Which doesn't match his earlier model.
Oh, boy.
Which doesn't even match what he's looking
It's
at
flat,
to the side of
nothing's spinning and moving. Where is this? What I'm looking for?
Okay, so we haven't gotten to the point yet.
Yeah, where is the thing that you're looking for? It doesn't exist, dumbass.
A perspective
Yeah,
of
oh
a
my
circling
God.
sun.
Did you see that?
What? What?
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
What do we look? Yeah. Right.
Now they just showed you a cool animation where it was from here to here. But this is just like a local city, and it only lights it locally.
What?
Locally. This area here is lit. It should be lit like this all the way across from here to here. Whoop.
Right, because light doesn't disperse.
I think the stoner
What?
community needs to sue this guy for defamation of character. He's really giving them a bad name.
What have you noticed?
This guy, along with the flat earthers in Colorado, are actually higher than the ISS.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you are big Twitter folks as well, and even less of a chance than of you actually paying attention to answers in Genesis. But as it turns out, even the
ham and eggs.
Yeah, even
ham and eggs.
Even the creationists. Even the creationists are making fun of the flat earthers now, and that is a sad thing.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. Answers in Genesis posted a bunch of articles about debunking the flat Earth, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and like we've heard before, they get very sciencey when there's that kind of talk.
Yeah.
Answers in Genesis going after flat earthers is like Hitler complaining about Stalin taking part of Poland.
What's the time in the video?
The time at the moment is 4:45.
Wow, you guys made more than a minute.
That's because whenever there was any interruption, I ignored the interruption, just let it play while we were talking.
Cheater.
Here we go.
The sun is local. There's a hot spot. Take a flashlight and put it to the ground and
a hot spot that happens to form a line. That's a hot spot he's showing now.
Also, if you take a flashlight and move it away from you, does it ever sink below the floor?
Yeah.
Ever?
Very rarely. to the point of never. And all right, so he's talking about a hotspot, and this is precisely the opposite of what he's talking about. This is the line you'll get on any unsmooth surface when there's a light source that reflects off of it, but is being dispersed by the unsmooth nature of the surface, like a wavy ocean. So,
but then they've done experiments based on a shiny flat table, and I don't know. The kitchen table seems to be the only research kind of item flat earth seems to have nowadays.
Honestly, they could use that if they would take, have you seen those spun aluminum bowls? Those will make a nice line. You can shine a flashlight on it, it won't make a spot. It'll make a line similar to what we're seeing now. So I guess it's too much effort to put a bowl on a table for these folks. Alrighty.
you'll realize how freaking close you got to get a spotlight. It's close. Not 93 million miles away. Do you understand how far away that is?
Do you understand that's not a spot?
Psychotically far away.
Psychotically
far away.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not that far away.
No, compared to the scale
I mean,
of the universe,
in the grand scale of things, 93 million miles is actually really fucking close.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, when you consider the grand scale of the universe, 93 million miles, 7 light minutes that's fucking close as shit.
Indeed.
I mean, used to
it's not that we're tiny and the Earth is huge, it's that we're minuscule. And everything else around us is actually pretty small.
Indeed.
But none of them believe in space anyway.
No. Space is non-existent. Or RJ, do you want to throw something in there?
Oh, I just say I don't pay attention to anything that's under 5 million light years.
Sensible. All right. And on that, oh, look, this picture's put up now. Even shows the line, the alleged hotspot, even better. Very nice. Here we go.
Ooh. Isn't it nice to know that he knows how to use computer graphics to show us a world where computer graphics must be wrong?
Oh, God.
Just like this local city at night.
Perspective.
Locally illuminating. Sun's not 93 million miles away.
And I support this with the evidence of my repetition of the statement that sun's not 93 million miles away.
He moves his little yellow dot around, and that shows it's true.
Oh, yes.
Who wants to take a bet on this guy's IQ? I'm going to say the power of 2 minus 1.
I think I've seen drying paint that beats him.
Why would you insult drying paint in that way?
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry.
That's the whole reason why I went with the power of 2 minus 1.
Here we go. All right, stop waving.
It's not lighting the entire horizon evenly. Watch this.
We're watching.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. And it turns out you can zoom right back in. See how that goes down there?
Yeah.
See how that goes down?
Yeah, see how it goes down?
Yeah.
Yes, due to curvature.
Wouldn't be going down if it was just flying around overhead, now would it?
It would just
higher.
Thinks he's
Closer.
Clouds behind
Word.
the sun.
Moving colors.
Love the clouds behind the sun one.
The thing is, though, that again is how quickly these people just blurt stuff out. Because so for some reason the sun in one place on Earth is below the clouds in one area, but then above in another. Doesn't make any sense.
Perner says his IQ is in the imaginary number set. Yeah, I think that could cover it. Yeah.
Okay, what are we going to learn now? And yes, the word "learn" was in italics.
See how that goes down below the horizon, right there, right there.
Yeah.
Now you can
does go below the horizon, and the fact that you just said that disproves the rest of the crap you've been spewing. Oh, sorry, drink.
Zoom in on it, and it'll go back above the horizon, right back up. If you
no, it doesn't. No,
it doesn't. Agree.
No. That goes back to that Russian video with the P900 where he thinks he zooms in on the sun and it appears back above the horizon.
Yeah.
You've seen that video.
Indeed.
It's quite funny how the sun actually gets smaller when it zooms in, but, they ignore that fact, don't worry.
I like the fact that he's got a flat Earth in which less than half of the Earth is illuminated at one time. An amazing phenomenon, because I think that, like, the actual, if you measured the space that actually has sunlight on it empirically, that's impossible.
Indeed. Alrighty. What the hell's this picture up here in the upper right?
Oh, that's the...
I think it's the embryo of a baseball field. If you build it, they will come.
Okay. Are you talking? Okay. There was a joke to be made there, but I'm not going to make it. Special.
Yes, I know. It all depends on how you spell come.
All right, you. Don't make me boot you out of here. Here we go.
Or whatever camera. Comes right back just like all the ships. It's flat. If it was a curve, it could never come back. It's over a curve. All you would see is water or whatever you're looking at.
Okay.
So there's
360 panoramic view of
view
Alaska. Doesn't he understand what 360 means?
of Alaska. The reason, oh shit. The reason that the sun goes up and
Yeah,
down a
oh
little
shit
bit
is
we're
right,
not
dumb
right in the
shit.
center.
Oh wait.
Farther.
Wait, he's going to explain the. It sounds like he's going to explain the midnight sun. Let's back this up a bit. I'm just
Ooh,
itching.
this could be exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm just itching to hear this. Let's hear his explanation for the midnight sun.
The sun goes up and down a little bit. It's because we're not right in the center.
Okay.
We're right in the center and stay level the whole way, all the way around.
Right.
And this is Arctic, the Arctic North Pole here.
Oh,
Arctic circle.
That Arctic.
And
Got
the
it.
sun. The word circle comes from the sun circuit, which is a circle above us. Now, this is a 24-hour day. Okay, it's going up and down for 24 hours. You can sit here and watch the sun go around and around you.
Okay, perspective.
There it is.
Drake.
There it is. That's the perspective.
And perspective.
But I think it's actually due to pective.
Look, perspective only works in the inside of the Arctic Circle, apparently, because otherwise we'd be seeing this.
When you're outside of it, becomes pective.
Okay. Does anyone have anything to add to the stupid we've just witnessed?
The camera is inside the circling sun. Wow, I thought the camera was outside the circling sun looking at it, but apparently it's inside the circling sun. That's even more exciting.
At the beginning of his video, I wanted to slap the guy with my hand. I no longer want to do that.
Don't want to touch him.
You're working on a different part of your body now?
Nope. I want to kick him in the teeth.
See, okay. I was living in fear that he was going to say, in place of slapping this fellow, he was going to slap me for liking and watch this video, which
that's a close second.
Yeah, I did impose it.
It was Kent Hovind. Just a little shout out to Fino about the guy that was on the video earlier. It was Kent Hovind, not Ken Ham.
Right.
So much fun.
I would recommend you wouldn't slap a pug because pugs can bite.
Pugs will be annoyed by that.
How in the world could anyone ever slap a pug?
Plus, I can only assume you've never had a pug, because anything of that sort to a pug, it would interpret as attention, and its tail would wag.
Like I said, they only have one monkey pug. That's what's happening.
I was actually going to say more to the effect of, wouldn't you just want to get a counselor and make sure that it was well taken care of? But I get where you're coming from too, Si.
Indeed. It's a pug is basically happy with 4 legs. If you could put 4 legs on happy, that's it. You got a pug. All right, here we go.
Before you start the show there, it occurs to me what would be fascinating to see an experiment if he replaced completely different words, whether any of the information content would explain. So instead of this is due to perspective, it said this is due to parallax, or this is due to
actually say it.
This is due to pseudoscience?
Because he just needs to be repeating what's off the screen, and that's pretty much all he's doing.
And if you're right, if you did change the words, I would say take a look at the comment sections. They would all be in full agreement, just like now, to all these wacky flat earthers. Oh yeah, tell it, Jaron. All right, here we go.
And then, but this can't happen, and it never does. And at the South Pole or Antarctica, it's a circle. It's a 360-degree wall circle. It does not have a 24-hour day. It's impossible, as you can see here when they show you this. Because here is your, looks like it's at the equator here, right here. It's coming in here.
Okay, you see where he's pointing? It's coming in here, you see?
Yeah, here it is. I can do that.
Okay, everybody who saw, put your hand up, please.
Dude. This guy just revolutionized vectors.
Oh.
Here, there, point.
He figured out how to success a vector.
Ugh.
So he went from using his mouse to point out where everything was, using his finger on the
screen. Now he's using his finger on the screen. Look here. Okay, here we go.
But it's nice to know that he is now empirically mandated that you cannot have a 24-hour day in Antarctica, even though the people there can see it happening.
And yeah, okay, there we go.
Oh, wouldn't surprise me
right
if
in here.
this guy wouldn't make it through the first 5 seconds of the testing necessary to go to work for Raytheon.
You may be right.
Yeah. Okay, so right here is like the Tropic of Cancer. Here's like the equator. Way out here is the Tropic of Capricorn. And you cannot, as you can see, you can't have a 24-hour day out here.
Well,
you can't in here.
You also can't have a sun accelerating and decelerating on such a massive scale without having a reason behind it.
I would just like to bring attention. I would just like to bring attention to the fact that he finally figured out it doesn't help to point at his screen with his finger. He's went back to using the mouse pointer.
There we go.
And also, we don't see this alleged speeding up and slowing down.
Oh, but remember, he said it happened, so it must be so.
Well, and from the whole flat Earth thing, every time the sun sets here in Colorado, the mountains should cast a shadow, from my location at least. The Rocky Mountains and the Front Range in particular, with where I'm located, should cast a shadow almost due south, to where I would never see any shadowing from the mountains themselves. Unfortunately, every single day, and has been every single day since those mountains rose, they cast a shadow to the east, not to the south.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's inconvenient because Colorado is the flat Earth capital, so that's inconvenient.
Fuck, I know.
Yeah, so that's inconvenient, isn't it, for the flat Earthers there?
Well, that's what we get for legalizing pot. Now you got a bunch of people thinking the world is flat.
Well,
I want to quote.
Do you want Bob's address? He doxed himself.
I want to quote Fino, who says he enjoyed whipped cream again without thinking. He can never enjoy whipped cream again without thinking of Kirk Cameron being drenched in Santorum.
Okay.
Yeah. Bob actually doxed himself so bad. I can tell you what bedroom he lives in or he sleeps in his house.
Whoa.
That's how bad he doxed himself.
That is rather frightening. Okay. Oh, and by the way, remember that number 20 from before?
Ooh, we're at 22?
No. I would like to congratulate you all. You've actually reached 50. The new magic number is 50. You reached 50% of this foolishness.
Oh, shit. Weren't you supposed to stop us at 33?
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to have a prayer meeting at 33 to worship the sun god.
No.
Something like that.
And then it's 6 minutes.
No, Baal. Worship Baal. Or the Baal Earth. The Ball Earth. The Baal Earth.
Come on, let's hear it for Talak and the rain god.
All hail the almighty coupler. May the orbit be your name.
All right, here we go.
It's really tight, and you're standing here, and you can see a 24-hour day. You can't see that out here. You'll never have a 24-hour day out here. Ever.
But you do.
Never.
Okay, right.
That's how we disprove flat Earth, because you just told us what can never happen, and we know it does.
Yes.
And I'm so glad some weirdo on the internet told me what reality was. I had no idea how to interpret this on my own.
And although
the climax of it will be at 69%. Yeah. Wang, wang, wang.
All right. Anyway.
All right, this has to be the dirtiest movie night without girls on the screen.
That is true. That is true.
Can someone bring in one of the Flat Earth girls?
I'm demanding Orphan Red next week.
All right, we'll wedge that in there, most definitely. And although, for what he's saying, if he fervently believes in this map as the map of the flat Earth, which they all say it is or it isn't, depending on whether it's convenient for it to be or not to be. That's the question.
That's the question.
That is the question. If he accepts this map, which he does not accept, except when it's convenient, then what he's saying is correct. On this map. So the fact that it does happen is slightly inconvenient for the flat Earth crowd.
One of the things that I'm really curious about with the particular EQ that they use, why do they always use one in which if NASA is this horrible, horrible demon hiding God or whatever it is from them, why do they use the only one where North America is the only continent to scale?
Yeah, you see, I never knew that Australia apparently is about 6,000 miles across.
That's freaking huge, man.
It's a damn big
I know.
place.
You know, no wonder the train trips take so long across it.
Alrighty. Here we go. All right.
He's mystified by the screen.
Farther away.
What?
Closer to you.
Oh, okay.
Higher. Goes
Stop.
down.
Stop.
And all to
right.
scale. Oh, good.
This one is small. That one is far away.
No. It goes. This one's small, but the ones out there are far away.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to you the right way.
All right.
And it's nice to know as well that the sun travels on a straight line trajectory and then on another straight line trajectory, apparently running down the trapezoidal guy wire that exists in the heavens.
It's going down the slide. Having a bit of fun.
And we can see the magnetic lines of force from the electrical turtle on which the Earth rests.
Continue.
Hi, there we go.
Let's see, what else?
Yeah, what
look
else
how close
exactly?
the sun is.
Yeah, what else?
And it goes just like these planes are going straight, but they look like...
What?
He does this all the time where he just pauses and
Wait a
says
minute.
nothing and moves on.
Wait a minute. That's a fisheye lens. That's a fisheye lens.
And
I swear, when he does his...
How many
when he does
fish
his-
eyes had to die to make this video?
you know, we may have been checkmated here.
Yeah.
This photograph may be the proof of what he's been saying all along. Because look, clearly we can see the chemtrails from that airplane are in fact higher than the sun. That's it. We're checkmated. I don't think there's anything we can do
There
to.
we go.
All right. God damn it. Okay. Let us continue.
And look how close the sun is. That's
I
not a
also
ball
see
of gas.
temperature.
It's clearly a transformer from a higher dimension.
What? What? It's a transformer.
Higher dimension.
A higher.
That's
Higher
okay.
dimension. Somebody gets spirit
We're in,
science.
I told you, Buckaroo Banzai, the 10th dimension. This is Dr. Lazardo on the off day.
Yeah, could
Somebody gets spirit science in here.
This is apparently what Nikolai tells
Are they Hebrew?
Well, hold on, let me get my time crystals and I'll let you know.
in the meantime.
So does the sun wear a yarmulke?
So the camera is above the clouds, and then the next camera is at ground level. And this shows us something that he apparently thinks means something.
Well, maybe he'll tell us. We'll see. There's been a lot of jumping through stolen videos lately. Let's see if he actually tells us something informative now. Oh, God, did those words just leave my mouth? Yeah, all right, here we
Yes,
go.
I know.
Okay, check
Wash
this.
your mouth out with soap, young man.
Beer. Okay, here we go.
So this is a camera above the clouds, camera ground level.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Look how small the sun is.
What?
We're up here closer to the sun. The sun looks bigger, clearly. Clearly. There's no question.
Or
No, those look the exact same size, actually.
Yeah.
Indeed.
A
Or
little
you have
bit
to pay
different amount of
attention to
glare,
the
but
lens.
use a solar filter, you brain dead imbecile. Holy shit.
He doesn't know what a solar
Buckaroo
filter is because
subphotonic
he's not
and the third
doing any of the observations himself.
Ah, I see. And he's...
Stealing from other flat earthers.
you know, is it just me or does this guy really like to pray towards the... Never mind, I'm going to stop there.
okay, here we go.
And again, the clouds are moving and we're not spinning. Nothing's moving. Nothing's spinning. The only thing that's moving is...
What's the cloud motion have to do with us spinning or not spinning? How is that even remotely connected? I'm sure even the flat
Because
earthers...
he's never been out of his mom's basement and he doesn't know what wind is.
Yeah, apparently, because I'm sure even the flat earthers don't insist that the clouds are
I don't even
stuck to
think
the
he's
firmament.
actually a redhead. I think he might actually be a black-haired individual that's just never gone outside.
Oh, he's... So he's getting very, very pale. Okay.
I mean, this guy is so stupid that, yeah, as I said before, the flat earthers are going to label this guy as a shill because he's even too stupid for the flat earthers. There is a benchmark of how stupid you can be.
Even
Flat earthers.
Journalism has commented on one of his videos saying "good job," so I'm really not sure about that.
Oh, okay. So
Plus, I was unaware there's a lower limit. They have a.
He didn't exactly say where the bar was. We just know that it's very low.
I was unaware these folks had an intelligence floor below which you were not welcome to the Flat Earth community.
Yeah, it's underneath the basement somewhere.
Gotcha.
Well, according to the article that was in my local news the other day, all you have to do is show up at a coffee shop and wait for someone to approach you. So,
okay.
That kind of sounds like a Craigslist ad gone bad.
Alrighty.
Yeah, come over to the coffee shop.
Welcome to my Flat Earth. Yeah.
Ground lower, ground higher.
Okay.
The sun's
Well, maybe
going.
maybe it's a different camera.
I'm just going to say that I'm reaching aneurysm level at this point.
Oh, all right. We don't want that.
True aneurysm.
Oh, I am so glad that I as far as I know, Jaren isn't on this list tonight. So, good Lord, I can't handle Jaren.
Okay, good.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Is there
on its
is there Jaren on this list, Si?
No, you saw the list. I
forgot who all was in it.
Would I pull it? Yeah, if Jarenism was on it, that would have stuck in your head, and you would have not been showing up on my screen right now. So
no.
So no, we are strangely.
Howdy, Mr. Unite for the Children.
So we are Jaren free tonight.
We are operating Jaren free for the evening. Absolutely.
Oh, good. So all my blood vessels in my brain won't pop at once.
We don't want that to happen.
Not at once. One after the other, very, very slowly, very painfully.
I'm on
but not all at once.
Right now.
Uh-oh. The secret of our miracle cure has apparently broken. Check out Mr. Unite for the Children. He knows.
Best cure for your aneurysm, beer.
Here we go.
Track, like a train goes around a train track. The sun does the same thing, except.
Okay, then explain to us what the track is.
Yeah, where's the goddamn train track for the sun, please?
Somebody told us they were electromagnetic rails. Somebody. Ooh. Who the hell was that? That's because, the question, why is it moving in a circle? It was electromagnetic rails, because apparently electromagnetism is one of those magic phrases you can use to explain anything.
It's an electromagnetic track.
Son of a bitch!
There it is! Bigger as it gets close to you. And
Let me say, I did not. This is one of the. I like to go through these drives. Not watching them before. I did not watch this before imposing this video.
Great minds travel in the same hole.
This is both part of the beauty and part of the downfall of the internet. You have so much information available to you that you actually can sit down, you can audit as many courses as you want, you can learn a tremendous amount of stuff, you can learn what QED actually is, or you could sit down and you could listen to some schizophrenic redhead talk about the sun riding electromagnetic train tracks through the sky and somehow be duped into believing it. If anyone ever has been. Oh, God.
Well, on Si's display of precognition, I'm going to call it a night. I got to hang out to do at 11 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Well, would like to thank you for joining us, as usual. Do have a good evening, and we'll be talking.
All right.
Have a good night, Shawn.
Good night.
All righty. Now I know you're all hoping that because Shawn has left, out of sadness, I'm going to just kill this video and storm off. Unfortunately, no.
We have to finish it.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. Here we go. Oh, look! It looks like Fino is actually. That's almost a request to have Jordan in for movie night. Dare we actually go to that level of ridiculous?
No.
Well, wait a minute.
There's a level. There's a benchmark.
Yes, but we like Fino. If he actually requests Jordan, what can we do? I mean, all right, let's get.
I just remembered who Spirit Science is, so fuck no.
All right, let's get done with this foolishness before we consider others. Here we go.
The last thing that I saw about Spirit Science, it was Martimer making fun of Spirit Science, and I just kind of left it at that.
Yeah.
Mortimer did a fine job. All right, here we go. Actually, it was that series that got me to click on his Patreon link and sign up. I really like that series. Here we go.
As it gets close to you. And then when it goes from away from you, you feel the loss of heat because it's not close to you anymore. I mean, this thing's close.
Ooh, that's why it gets so much colder at noon. Oh, now I understand.
All right, so it's because it's farther away from you. It has nothing to do with... Why am I responding to this? Why am I responding to this? That's stupid. All right.
Did he just say the sun was Megatron? Steven asks. Maybe.
93 million miles away, what I just said. It's impossible.
Impossible. How far away do you think it is, you evasive little nincompoop?
And why is it impossible?
The thing
You
is,
can't
though,
just say that something is impossible. You have to provide a reasonable argument as to why it is that it's not a logical statement to have been made in the first place. You don't just get to say, that's wrong.
Oh, but he has
that is wrong because
card in the operating manual for the universe kit that he got as a Christmas present from Mom.
If he gave numbers as to how far away the sun is, we can then use his numbers against him as to what altitude angle the sun would be at what latitude. So we can just fuck him over. So he'll never give an answer to how far away it is because we can use his numbers against him.
And he certainly...
falling into that insidious trap of actually supplying information. Yes, I see.
Well, it's like the Jeranism mantra. Doesn't match my reality, so therefore fake.
Okay, so he didn't quote a number for the distance to the sun because that would give us something to use against him. Have you guys been watching this video? he's given us one or two things to use against him. All right, moving on.
Look at that.
Yes?
Yeah.
Again.
Right, yeah.
Camera
okay, before you go on with your...
They all seem to be pretty much the same size.
Yeah, and before you go on with your bullshit, Mr. Redheaded Dude, did you notice that half a sun in the earlier part of this clip you're showing right now? Explain that with perspective. All right, here we go.
Look at the sun coming at you. We're above the clouds here.
It's coming at
me. We're level here. Look how much bigger it is. Closer, bigger. It can't be 93 million miles away to do that. We're closer, now it's bigger. Further away, it's a little smaller.
If you put a goddamn solar filter in front of it, you'll see it. For the love of God, when I was looking at 2665 the last Friday, its angular size in my telescope using the exact same eyepiece when I sit down and look at Jupiter on any, given summer afternoon.
Well,
it's almost the exact same angular size. So that sunspot system being the same angular size as Jupiter.
Indeed. Alrighty. Let us continue our speedy progress through this.
Now as it gets bigger, nothing's moving. Clouds are moving. Sun's moving. Sun's moving.
Wind!
Above the flat Earth. It's circling above the flat Earth.
There's this enough times in a repetition of the same thing over and over and over again that it becomes like even truer the 5th or 6th or 7th time?
Sadly enough, repetition has been used for that purpose before.
Yes, unfortunately.
Various states have made, not states as in United States, states as in governments of various other, have made use of exactly that tactic. Repetition, unfortunately, does work.
Somebody was saying something about fake news over and over again. That's kind of that same sort of thing, isn't it?
Indeed. Actually, I was thinking more back in history, but it is funny how that does fit right into what we're saying.
Yeah. Well, history doesn't repeat itself, but unfortunately, it rhymes.
I like that. All right, here we go.
Circling above us every day, like it always has. There's nothing new under the sun. You're not flying through space. You're not an accident flying through space. It's not heliocentric. It's geocentric.
Okay, that's the first actual thing I think I can agree with them on. We are not an accident floating through space. We're a happenstance.
Hey, don't go highfalutin vocabulary on him. His brain could explode.
Well, he does that all the time. I was going to tell him earlier. Don't talk about solar filters. Do not talk about solar filters, because this fellow is not going to understand what the hell you're talking about. Talk about a common item, like a welder's mask. I'm sure he's seen welder's masks. Talk about that. Then he'll understand. But
okay, hold up a sheet of Mylar.
Oh, there you go. He'll know that word.
I'm sure he knows what a space blanket is. He's probably got 100 of them in his basement, waiting for the apocalypse.
Yes. Yes, when the jackbooted thugs come marching in. Alrighty. Okay, here we go.
Part of the NASA thought police bearing down on him and dragging him off to the gulag in Antarctica, where he will never have to experience a 24-hour day.
Yeah, and hey, that's right, backyard. We've been talking recently about retrocausality. If this round Earth conspiracy is all NASA driven, then apparently that proves retrocausality, doesn't it? Because they they cause people much
yes
much
and
farther.
no, because first we would have to actually get to the point where we could actually influence the retrocausality.
Indeed, but it's got to be possible, because apparently people were well aware of the spherical Earth before NASA.
Isn't there a better chance that it'd be ESA that's actually influencing NASA in the past?
Ooh, there's a possibility. Okay. It's good that we're
hashing this out. It's well known that the Andorran Space Agency from 4693, they're the ones responsible for it retroactively.
Could very well be. Alrighty.
If we're about to go into some quantum tunneling, then I've got to go get my quantum shovel and quantum hard hat.
Actually, when you were
yes, your quantum hard hat and your little quantum flashlight, because we've been seeing his little quantum flashlight.
Oh no, I don't need a flashlight. I got photons galore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Your photon stock.
They're a dime a dozen.
Photons galore. Wasn't there that in that James Bond movie as the villainous girlfriend?
No, that's a porn star. Okay. Here we go.
The sun. It's an enclosed system that does the same thing over and over again. There's nothing new under the sun. Read your own frickin' history books. Is this a sun that's maintaining a
history book? What's that have to do with anything?
93 miles away distance? Absolutely not. It's coming right at us. We're getting close and getting closer again.
Duck! It's coming at you! Duck!
Paramore, no, I suddenly realized you might think the Andorrans from a science fiction story, but I'm actually thinking of the little country of Andorra in Europe. I want to give them their due. They get overlooked too much.
See, I immediately thought of the Star Trek Andorrans as well. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a Trekkie too. There's nothing I can do about that one.
Yeah, the little green fellow, white hair with the look like little satellite dishes for ears. Yeah, that guy. Here we go.
Goldfinger, pussy galore.
Coming at us. Clouds are moving. Oh, we thought we were spinning at cajillion, jillion, 1,040 miles an hour at the equator. No. Oh, well, that's because I... No.
Whoa. Where is he getting these numbers from?
It's
from his ass.
Also,
he's just making random words up and saying that they're numbers now.
Yeah, well, I also do want to know...
He's been doing it all along. He's been simulating.
Of course he's been doing it all along, but now he's really making it a point to make sure everyone knows he's making up words.
All right, let's.
I also do want to note that that when he says a bajillion zillion miles per hour at the equator, the problem is that measuring it by 1,000 miles per hour at the equator isn't that accurate. I mean, it's not really. It's very, very slow. It's more like 0.000069 RPM. It's very slow.
One rotation per day.
I'd like to know what a bazillion is.
A bazillion is perspective.
That's when a bunch of Brazilian people get together and they have a party and other things happen that aren't appropriate for this particular setting.
Wow, we've got we're back to PG rating. Nice.
A bazillion is perspective.
Yeah. Oh, MMA says his information comes from rectal causality. I think that's very possible.
Rectal causality. Okay. I find that particular word to be hilarious, and I believe I will be using it in the future.
Oh, God. Fecal quantum tunneling.
On that note, back to... Oh, hey, guess what? We stopped the perfect time. We are 66%.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, which is double 33.
69, we'll do a wacka, wacka, wacka.
Does that mean we have all reached level 2 Illuminati?
Yes, absolutely. You'll all be getting your fun. You'll all be getting your funny hats soon. Here we go.
Jumped out of a parachute 25,000 feet without a parachute and landed on a net. Where does the spin start?
Annette was very unhappy about this.
Where?
Yes, and
Where do they drop bombs and hit targets?
bringing in that
I
the
thought we
Mickey
were
Mouse
spinning.
Club.
How do we see the sun all day? All day, do this if we're spinning.
So glad Annette was doing
The sun would
squats
go
the
on
day
and off,
prior,
on and off.
making sure her knees were ready
On and
for
off.
that kind of impact.
Absolutely.
Oh, a gazillion is a million bazillions. Thank you very
Okay,
much. And a
okay.
bazillion is half a gajillion. See, we're getting all of excellent science here to go along with his excellent science.
Okay, let's.
There actually is a website that lists all big numbers, but not one. There's no such thing as a bazillion or a gazillion, but there's other crazy words.
Like
Indeed.
a Googleplex?
Indeed.
Yeah, like
Let
that.
us.
And
look at
a
this.
duo gontillion. I think that's one number.
Check out his latest
see.
diagram. He's got the path the sun is moving on, but if he's going to explain it the way this picture implies, it looks like his sun drops below the horizon on this alleged flat Earth. By this picture. I'm not sure he's going to say that, but by this picture, that's what it implies.
I think I realize it now. I know exactly why it is that he's so pale.
Why is it?
He worships Harrower.
Okay.
It's atmospheric lensing is what makes everything set, I suppose. You know?
Well, let's see. Let's see what he
So
says.
as we all know, the sun travels along a straight line up to a point,
That spins around.
up on the top of the big great triangle, and then it goes down the other side. Oh, okay. And I suppose he has measured this by his own use of the telescope. Oh, woof, 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 silly boy, dumb.
Well,
No, Harrower told him how it worked, and that's why the pyramids exist, and Stargate tried to tell him how it all functions.
Although this does explain his with the sun moving faster and slower, because obviously once it reaches the apex here, it's going to roll down the hill faster. So this sort of makes sense.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
And if you listen real closely, you can hear the sun go, wee.
Okay. I think
Is that the inertia train hitting the brakes or
Yes,
hitting the
sun
gas?
taking pleasure, and you see there is joy in the world.
I think we've called drink once too many times because I found that absolutely hysterical. The sun rolling down a hill, going wee.
So going up the left side, is it? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Whee!
There we go. Yeah, this is a whole new cosmology that is perfectly suited if you are a 6-year-old.
See, this shows that Backyard is a very positive outlook, has a very positive outlook on life, and I am on the other end of the spectrum, because I was picturing, after we talked about the sun going wee down the other side, where it shows in this picture going up, it's just saying, God damn it, over and over again. So...
Well, clearly someone needs to call Machu Picchu now and let him know there is a new cosmology in the world, and it's I think I can, we.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's
Toucan.
That's RJ's favorite person, as I recall.
Yes, indeed. My
Alrighty.
favorite talking head to hear drivel.
Let's see how he explains
He's
this.
kind of like a penguin.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Where's Burgess Meredith when you need him?
Let's get this explanation of this little drawing here. Here we go.
This is perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Okay, show
Wait a minute.
By the
He
way,
did it.
Wait a
That's
minute.
not
There it is.
perspective.
There it is. Below the horizon.
Drops below the horizon.
Below the horizon, exactly as predicted. Yes.
Didn't what was his name? Voice of Reason debunk this a little animation like ages ago?
I don't recall seeing them.
Like 2 years ago, Voice of Reason debunked this.
I think he used a less yellow illustration. I think it was like green or so with had grid lines on it. Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, it was more scenically pretty.
Well, if he was using a green animation, that's obvious signs that he was being controlled by the lizard people of the underworld.
Yeah, whereas everyone knows all true science looks like mustard.
Okay. Now, let's see. It's here on the East Coast. It is about 2:06 in the morning, which, if I recall from previous shows, is the time we need to check if Hillel has fallen asleep. Hill? Yep.
Hillel!
Now kick him out.
Move it. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Moving on.
This guy here?
Really funny that they would have a perfect illustration of a sun rising and setting on a flat Earth.
This video, wait, pause right there, there. That video, I know that guy's voice. That was debunked 2 years ago by Voice of Reason.
And
2 years ago.
And it's stolen and recycled by this fellow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's good to know these folks are into recycling, isn't it? Here we go.
I don't know who this is,
They're doing
but if you know
environmental duty.
who he is, you let me know who he is. I love this guy. I don't know. I can't find his voice anywhere again. What's his name? This guy's incredible.
Due to perspective.
Listen.
You'll notice that it rises from below the horizon and sets below the horizon. Now you might be saying, well, how's that?
Okay, so perspective actually has a point of divergence past zero. Is that even possible?
No, it's not possible. I've already done the math. The sun would never go below 10 degrees.
Indeed. Now, is
it
that...
just wouldn't.
Well, remember, it looks obvious because he's got words on an orange mustard sheet. It must be true. I mean, what are you going to do, like math?
2 words.
Yes.
Angular momentum.
Okay. Now...
I think it's still got something to do with succussion.
Could be. Could very well be. All right. I had some other comment on this, but actually it's such crap. Why should I bother? I mean, anybody looking at this can tell it's crap. Okay, let us move on.
Possible. I can see now you're saying that it rises and lowers due to perspective, but how does it disappear below the horizon? Well, I got a theory about that.
Oh, he's got a theory.
Who is that?
Because of the fact that all parallel lines and planes converge at your eye level.
Eye level. Horizon is flat. Everything converges. Do you see how it's all converged to right here? Everything has. These are all straight lines.
Yes,
but according to you.
But they never go under ever. They never go under.
Can we assume that the sun will set wherever you're looking to because all parallel lines converge?
Yes, it must. It must. But
So
by virtue of
yeah, well,
perspective,
this is easily done. Yeah, all you have to do is have 2 people who are looking at completely opposite 45-degree directions, and since all parallel lines must converge to the same spot, we can have the sun set in 2 places simultaneously. There, we have now worked out our new quantum theory of sun.
that is pretty damn good. Okay. And if that holds true, I would like to invite all of you to look directly in the direction of Jaren's house tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Vision.
Which will point in the same direction as everywhere else because all roads lead to Jeranism on a flat Earth.
Ah, that is true.
All goes to here. I mean, isn't that something?
Horizon. This is according to the perspective. I'm not making this up. And they do. They converge at your eye level.
Who is this guy?
Oh, here's the perspective matrix.
The perspective matrix. Ooh.
And we've got, again, below the horizon based on perspective, which is so far out of the realm of reality.
Visually, then it makes sense that after that point, they diverge, meaning they then separate. So the sun would continue on a downward track. As you can see from my illustration here, the lines would go to the horizon and afterwards spread out and separate.
Just like the planes that fly by.
And the starburst being at your horizon.
Just like...
Okay, you should have clipped his audio.
Just like the planes.
Just like the plane.
Okay, see the difference here? Look at that. This is their cartoon. That's how it should look. Right there. But that's fake.
Actually, to that point, have you seen recently, there's an awful lot of... actually, you know where I've seen it most is on Twitter. There's an individual that's taking flat Earth pictures, like where's the curve, and squeezing them inward so that the image stays as tall, but it gets a lot narrower. And when you squeeze them in, there's a very noticeable little curve.
Yeah.
That's I like that one. We're gonna have to start doing that just for the hell of it. Every time they put out a "Where's the curve" meme, immediately do that. All right, there we go.
It's curved and it's fake. You look at the real shit; it's flat, and it's a local light. It does not light the entire.
Sorry, pause right there. How far are we into this piece of shit?
We are actually doing pretty damn well. We're at 1307 out of 1501. We're almost free. We are almost free. So how's that?
Good.
Okay, you've had about enough of this crap. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not the only one.
He's just repeating bullshit that's been debunked years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like we said, repetition and assertions that forget evidence are just obviously wrong. Okay, here we go.
Horizon. Go, come on.
What are you showing us here?
Look at this.
Yeah, and?
The sun is moving. Everything else is moving. The wind is moving these. We're not moving.
The wind!
He said it.
Wind? What the fuck?
He said it. He understands wind.
He acknowledged the existence of wind. That is amazing.
He's making progress. He has worked his way into, what, 30,000 years ago knowledge.
Indeed. Yeah. And, Mr. Unite for the Children, relax. We're 13 minutes in, and it's only 15 minutes long. We've only got 2 minutes left. This is not a long video. Here we go.
Moving. We're on a flat plane. It's terra firma. It's in the name. It's firm. It can't move. It's stationary.
Yeah, because firm means can't move. Sure, okay.
Watch it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Watch
oh,
it.
Bye-bye. 12.
Is he trying to narrate the Teletubbies or something? What the fuck's going on?
Oh my gosh,
Bye-bye.
Teletubby Tinky Winky is way ahead of him in the science department.
Yeah.
RJ, you actually know all the Teletubbies' names?
Not all of them, but it's part of the cultural matrix that I observe while visiting your planet.
Okay, very good. Just all right.
Oh, the fuck? Dude, where's all the light here? It should be light all the way across. This thing's supposed to fit 1 million Earths, 93 million miles away. Not happening. It's smaller. You'd have to take everything's reverse the truth.
Wrong, but just keep going, keep going.
Okay.
It's not
just
really.
wrong.
So you
dumbass.
You disagree then, Backyard?
Okay, here we go again. Look at that. Oh my God, this is what I was talking
You know,
about.
I retract my previous. I disagree with him to such an extent that I retract my previous statement about not wanting to slap him with my hand and instead kick him in the teeth. I now want to slap him with my poison ratio.
Oh. Or as opposed to the Poisson ratio.
And then there was silence.
Damn you, RJ! Damn you!
All right.
Just when you think you made a joke.
Next time we do a series of 3 videos, what do you think about wedging Teletubbies in the middle?
Yeah, we got to do something on that. Sunlight shrinks as it follows the sun. Well, not if you use fabric softener first.
All right.
All the way across. Why aren't we getting it here? It follows the sun. Look, we're losing light over here because it follows the sun. Still light.
I got to pause for a second real quick.
Paused.
Pheno, you know Backyard Science's Andy? Was that question in the comment section to me, Andy, Backyard Science, or to someone else in the comment section, Andy?
All right, there'll be a little lag before we get the answer to that.
Yep.
All right.
And an extra lag for typing the message.
That's true. And let us not forget recovery time from watching this stupid video. All right, we will continue and stop it when Backyard Andy gets his answer. Here we go.
right here. It's gradually as the sun goes away from us. Instead of it's supposed to be 93 million miles away. That's supposed to do all that at once. Look at that.
Yeah, that's called electromagnetic radiation. What the fuck's your point?
Repeals all the laws of refraction that we get in an atmosphere about which he pays no attention. Shrinks as it follows the sun.
10-second warning.
Oh, the word is already
okay. Fino.
It was sunlight before.
Yes, to what I believe it was that you were asking, Fino. It had to do with the size of the sun, correct? And I'm not sure exactly when it was that you originally posted that comment. If you could give me a frame of reference. This sun gets a tiny bit smaller in the orange sunset region. I wondered if that... Oh no, it's definitely not a filter that's showing that. When you're using an actual Bader filter, the sun appears in its natural color. So it's just white. It's a massive white freaking orb, and with my particular setup that I use with 8-inch Newtonian, well, it's not actually 8-inch, it's 200 millimeter, close enough to 8-inch though. Using the Bader filter and a 28 millimeter lens, basically with the 28 millimeter eyepiece and the Bader lens, it takes up the entire field of view available on that particular eyepiece, and it is always the same size, and there is no glare. There's just a white sun, period. It is always the same size no matter what time of day, no matter when. Doesn't matter what the clouds are doing. It doesn't matter about anything else. It's just one big white orb. Always.
Okay. Right. Now, we have precisely 7 seconds left of this crap. So, I wonder if we're gonna get through those 7 seconds without anybody having to call Drake.
An incredible compression of information.
What do you think? Will we make it through 7 seconds without having to stop him? Let's see. We'll see.
Let's count it down.
Here we go.
No, don't. No, because that's interrupting him, though.
Huh. And that's it. This is the ending.
Wow.
This is the big ending.
Sunset at the La Quinta.
Okay, well, is this not a bit anticlimactic? After all that stuff, you expect a big closing or something.
Wow. Can't he at least have a singing pig or something, to give us a little razzle-dazzle in the end?
Anything of that sort would be fine. But no.
Production value.
Real quick, not a problem, Fino, and we'll make sure that when we go through this awesome eclipse we're about to, I'll make sure to share the video with all of you guys, because I plan on being in totality, and you'll see what I'm talking about with the Bader film and viewing the sun in its actual white color. Maybe I can share one of the videos that I just did of the 2665 sunspot, because it's pretty damn awesome, actually. It's a gigantic sunspot system that's going on right now.
Don't forget to turn on the moon hologram for that.
Yeah, because that could screw up.
Oh shit! I lost my keys to the moon generator. Can somebody else help me out this week?
Oh Jesus! I gotta do it again.
Because if nobody does, there won't be an eclipse.
That is true. All right, and okay, so that was Antonio and Subphotonic. Now, we have a choice.
Oh boy.
We have a choice.
Steven
to
says he's had 12 happy endings better than this. So have I, Steven. So have I.
Let me guess. Now that Shawn's gone, you're going to go and pull up some Jeranism shit, aren't you?
No. I promise, no Jeranism. There will be no Jeranism for tonight. We'll wait for him to come up with something fun this week, and he will. He's playing Friendly Guy lately.
That's because he got called out like there's no tomorrow on his Star Trails.
Yes, he did. But he's playing Friendly Guy, so let's see if maybe this week Nothing Foolish will come out. Just or nothing nothing offensively. Nothing offensively
let's imagine
foolish.
a whole week without dumb. Oh yeah.
A week without dumb. Is that an India song? All right.
Without
we have a like I said, we have a choice to make. We do have queued up a Russian vids video, which we could certainly throw on, but it's Russian vids. Now, I will leave it to all of you fine folk to decide whether
How long is the Russian vids video?
Okay, don't worry. The Russian vids video is only 16 minutes and 38 seconds.
Okay.
Oh well, as things go, you know, in the ball peen hammer hitting head department, 16 minutes isn't quite so bad as 20.
Oh right, if we were going to run it right through, but I will ask you to consider that the first video we watched was 14 minutes, and the second one was 15 minutes. This one is 16. So
took us an hour, like almost an hour and a half to go through both.
Yes, it did.
So, in other words, we'll be done by the time the angry Welshman is eating dinner.
Something like that. But anyway,
the sun will rise.
Yeah, oh, most definitely. Do you guys want to save Russian
The
vids
sun will
for a
come out
future movie
tomorrow,
night?
Bet your bottom dollar.
All right, what do you guys want? Backyard, save Russian vids for another evening, or press on. What's your vote?
I think save another evening would be good.
I would say save it for another evening.
All right, Cal, what do you say?
Cow.
Wait, what was the Mr. Five and Survive video about? I didn't quite hear that.
Oh, the Russian vids video, which is a little over 16 and a half minutes, is Russian Mir space station reentry. It's actually one of his older ones that he reposted because apparently one of his channels got shut down or something like that. I don't freaking know. Anyway,
Conspiracy.
The guy goes through channels like nobody's business.
Yeah, so it would seem. And anyway, so do you want to dive into Russian vids this show or save it?
I would say maybe save it.
Okay.
Is there anything else, or other than Russian vids, or?
Nah, that's what we got queued up. That's what we got queued up for tonight.
I would say save because I'm
all right.
inclined to think that we would be exploring rather extensively the issues of Mir coming down, and that might cause an awful lot of drinking to go on.
Indeed. All right, and Tao, what do you have to say? By the way, you have the possibility of producing a majority here, so you could carry this. Do you say we press on, or do you say we save Russian vids for another time?
I say we save Russian vids for another time.
All right, and
Okay, then.
Tao Ceti Alpha, what say ye?
Oh, save it back. Anyway, photonic moron got me asleep, so...
Understandable. Understandable. Subphotonic was ridiculous. All right, so we will save it then. And okay, and now here's something. Andy, question for you. There was talk between you and I and possibly various others about a possible occurrence on Sundays. Do you wish to mention any of that now, or do you wish to hold off till some other time?
Why don't we go ahead and toss it out there? The possibility of a Sunday science show that's kind of like a movie night, mixed with maybe some evolution hour, but what's going on in the world of science today?
Yeah, basically a serious...
happened in last week's science. And
yes, a more serious science show, not full of a bunch of drunks making fun of stupid.
Actually, talking about science.
Yes. So.
Well, we could still drink if we wanted to, but it's definitely not necessary.
Yes, it will not be the lighthearted fare of movie night. It'll be actual science discussed. It will cover topics we're thinking of. And correct me if I'm wrong, Andy, because you were the mastermind of this. I was just a helper. The format is to be something like a call-in show, to where
definitely kind of a, whether it's call-in through a live chat circuit or a Twitter feed or something to that extent, but effectively a call-in show where people get to raise questions about what it is and how it is and why it is, and if we can help, absolutely, let's go ahead and have a conversation about it. And maybe there's already a formal setting of, hey, these things have happened. Like, take for instance this week, I think would be an absolutely amazing one to talk about the Juno flyover the Great Red Spot. What is the actual science behind that craft being able to get there, take those photos, send that information back, and how is it that we're processing them? So instead of a debunking show or a making fun of lunatic show, more of a what is actually taking place and how can, how and why is it that we're able to actually do these things this day and age? Because we're able to do some really awesome stuff. And I mean, New Horizons is going around Charon right now. That's just awesome stuff. I mean,
Indeed.
Awesome stuff.
So anyway, this is the idea that our friend Backyard has masterminded, and I thought it was an extremely cool idea. So we're looking into doing that. We haven't gotten so far as setting an actual schedule for the initial Sunday Science show, have we, Andy?
Not yet, but
right.
I think we're probably going to wind up getting one going, hopefully.
Oh, most definitely. But I mean, are you thinking we're gonna whip one into shape for this upcoming Sunday, or do you think we need a little more time to prepare?
Might need a little bit more time. I mean, we might be able to do kind of a run-of-the-mill random hangout type thing this Sunday, but without a guaranteed subject to start the show with. It would just kind of be a hangout.
Wing it.
Not really a show.
Indeed. And on the side over here, I have to consider how to get various mediums, ways for people to call. I mean, we'll have a Skype line incoming, obviously. Second and tertiary hangouts, just put out methods for people to contact us that way. And actually,
there's definitely a lot of setup involved that we're going to have to figure out prior to an actual show taking place. But
right. We'll talk if you want to. I mean, if you want to put the pressure on, I will certainly try and get all the technology whipped together. But if you want to hold off, we'll do that. But anyway,
I think it would be a lot of fun. I don't think maybe this Sunday is going to be a good launch window for the show. Just we just started mulling around the idea, but I definitely think it would be a very interesting forum to have around and available for us.
Absolutely. I concur, and I also agree with your let's not rush it to this weekend because, half-assing it would not do. That wouldn't do it all for a serious topic.
No, half-assing science is unacceptable.
Agreed. So,
yeah,
all right.
Because next Sunday is Game of Thrones.
All right, there's another good point. All right.
Indeed, good point.
I was kidding.
Well, okay. So on that note, I guess we will wrap it up then. And keep an eye on the public feed there if anybody has any questions for any of us. Not seeing anything. All right. Shall we do the traditional closing?
Bring on the pug.
Is it bring on the pug? Let everybody just read the. Oh, and Tao, take a look at the description now. I have fixed that little.
No. Bring on the plug.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
The plugs.
Because everybody is in the description, but it never hurts to have a verbal description. All right. Let's start at the top of the list. RJ, who the hell are you, and why should we support your efforts?
The Troubles in Paradise guy, the Evolution Slam Dunk guy, the starving Social Security hobby gone berserk guy who can use as many people as possible to works and tell everybody about it. And if you can help either the Patreon or the GoFundMe, I can sure use it. I'm very appreciative.
Indeed. Alrighty. Mr. Angry Welshman. Jonathan Evans, tell us how cool you are, what you do.
Yeah, I guess, I just do quite a lot of these kind of short videos based on, kind of rubbish that we did. I don't do subphotonic anymore because I think that's bad for my health, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, I try and bring out regular videos on flat Earth topics. If anybody wants in leaving comments on any sort of content they want me to do. I would be happy to do that. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I think I've reached the massive milestone of about 90 at the moment.
I would like to see that go up, and it should go up.
The way I plugged myself in Soundly's videos the other day, I literally just shouted in the chat box saying, "Come to my channel, subscribe," and I went, "Well, that's my plug over." And you know what? It didn't go up a single damn thing. Even Soundly himself said he was going to subscribe, and he fucking didn't. Damn him.
All right.
No, that is often the plight. Miserate.
These things happen. All right, somebody elbow Hill so he wakes up. Hello? Hello?
Hill.
Hello?
Okay,
Hill.
I get ready for this one. Ready? I guess we're over the hill. Tao! Tao
I am arguably the youngest flat earth debunker ever. Age 15. However, I have a blog called The Moderate Atheist where I debunk flat earth and only flat earth, even though it's called The Moderate Atheist. I don't really talk about atheism, I just really go on about the flat earth because I find it an interesting topic. That is it. Sai, please remember to put the link to my blog in the description instead of just leaving me out like a sod. Because you left me out.
Last week I forgot Tau Ceti Alpha, which I felt bad about. Now I feel bad about... Now I feel bad about leaving you out. I'm just feeling worse every show. All right.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Well, damn it. Fine. Send me any link you want thrown in there, and it shall be. It shall be, damn it. All right. On to our friend Tau Ceti Alpha. Tau Ceti Alpha, tell us about your channel yet again.
Holy shit. What is this crazy motherfucker doing?
It's not me.
Is he talking about me? It's Tao.
No, sorry, some crazy motherfucker just tore ass down my street. I'm sitting on my front patio, so.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Indeed. All right.
Woo. Anyway.
Okay, Mr. Alpha, tell us how cool you are.
I'm Canadian, so of course I'm cool.
It's built in.
Yeah. What to say, huh? I have a channel, Ceti Alpha. I made a grunge funny video about flat earthers, but that's mainly this. That's mainly that. So if you want to have some fun or watch some clowns like Antonio Subirats, go see Flat Earthers Full Retard Mode. And,
I've seen that. It's excellent.
And bring your mid gloves.
Yes, danger. Danger!
Definitely bring the oven mitts.
Most definitely. Alrighty. Let us see. Well, I guess that's everybody. I'm just kidding, Andy. Go ahead.
All right. So, still have no idea how in the world I turned into Backyard Science, but it's a page that I run on G+. Yeah, it's Backyard Science, whatever weird stuff you're concocting or thinking about or working on. That's pretty much what we do. Got some good news today with tracking info. The 6F12 refractor lens that I had refigured into a 6F15 should be delivered tomorrow, so I should hopefully be able to start posting pics of that build soon. Just posted some pics of a shoestring budget build showing that you can build even the most basic refractor telescope out of household parts. It's almost completely cardboard, electrical tape, and insulation.
And that does sound intriguing. All right. And Callzter, I just looked at the description. What the hell are you talking about? You're in there.
What? Wait, it's in there? Oh, never mind.
I'm just kidding. I added it now. All right. Having, I think we've covered, yes, we've covered everybody. And, oh, well, Shawn left. Dude, who doesn't know how cool Shawn is? And
bring on the pug!
Bring it on the pug. There we go.
Bring on the pug! Bring on the pug!
Okay, not too sure why in the world I keep getting dropped like that, but yeah, it basically goes to show that even with the most basic building equipment, anyone can make a telescope, anyone can view what actually exists outside of our planet real easily, and that it's an incredibly fun hobby to pick up if you have the time.
You mean fake telescopes that have CGI cartoons, right?
Yeah, I'm just talking about bending light through glass and making it look bigger.
Ah, gotcha. So, oh, look, he got kicked again. Wonder why
that was his clone.
Huh. Must be the Illuminati trying to keep us from learning the truth of things. Or no?
Apparently they don't like when people bend light through glass or make light come to a focal point based upon the curvature of a mirror.
Well, that can be kind of disturbing for the Illuminati type. All right. That being said,
Indeed.
we have many calls for the pug from the from the public chat. Here it comes. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's great having you here. Couldn't do it without you. And thank you to our esteemed panelists. You guys all rock. Here, have a pug. Banter now?
Banter.
There you go. Where's the lighthearted banter people have come to expect?
I thought the banter was the show.
Well, yes, but there's always closing banter. So, what do you think
we're
about
not
those
doing
Mets?
so good on the closing banter today.
It's the amount of alcohol. It's gotta be.
I'm gonna
Why
see.
are doing videos about 2 in the afternoon? Or no,
I'm gonna go see Neil deGrasse Tyson in a few hours. So wish me luck.
Oh, that sounds good. Well,
that should be fun.
I'll have you know that this is just how important all you folks are to me. Prior to the show, I went and retrieved about 1.5 pounds of king crab legs that have been sitting since before we started because this was important. Just letting y'all know you guys do matter.
I gotta be real honest, that is one of the things that I miss direly about the East Coast is fresh crab.
Oh yeah, love the fresh crab.
Yeah, that's one of those problems with Colorado. There doesn't seem to be much water anywhere near.
Also, in Colorado, they're flat out.
Use the magnetic fields to attract the water, remember?
And also, another problem with Colorado is the flat earthers.
Yeah, luckily they're all in northern Colorado, and
Oh, okay.
you know, there's the creationists in central Colorado and the flat earthers in northern Colorado, and all that. That's the whole reason why I think Denver legalized weed. We had to figure out a way to deal with all the insane people.
All right.
Just didn't know what else to do.
That's it, everybody. Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you all again real soon. Bye.